Hello everyone, welcome back to another evening of D&D. We are Not Great RPG, and we're here once again for the Veiled Forests of Orvigo. We're just going to introduce ourselves real quick, and then we're going to hang out for a few minutes and chat. DJ had to run home, forgot his vape, which is very important. He needs it to live.
To function.
To live.
It's kind of like his...
He's not here.
It's kind of like his inhaler at this point.
It's basically. It's like an inhaler.
It's almost like you can hear him squeaking, even when he's not here.
Yeah, we can hear his squeaks.
Oh my god. Don, you really got to get this mouse problem sorted out.
Let the cats in here again, because it's getting out of hand.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll introduce ourselves real quick. Don't blame me, Luna. This is not my... You want full understanding.
He's not in charge.
I'm not in charge this evening. Or of my life.
Help me.
Anyway, I'm Don, and I play Flint Iron Fist in this campaign.
I'm Sarah, and I play Chessa.
I'm John, and I'm in charge of Don's life. I also play Olaf.
Aspects of it.
Details. I'm Glenn, and I play Crom.
I'm Chelsea, I play Minerva.
I'm Mike, I play Stalk.
And we're just gonna hang out.
He's actually not here. Yeah, no, he's legitimately not here. He forgot his vape.
Yeah, that's why you can see his water bottle. He did show up and drop things off.
Why did you sing?
He actually said,
Hello.
You're back!
Thank God.
You're through the sewers. He is risen.
Yep,
oh my
I've
god.
arrived.
Trash man.
That's me.
Captions. I'll be right back.
Every
This is an
time.
every time occurrence.
The captions?
Yep. I'm just gonna hide my office till the end of my days.
Goodbye forever.
So that's how you're doing it.
So soon.
Oh, also, yeah, I'm DJ and I'm the Dungeon Master. I
There you
realize I
go.
hadn't said that yet.
Yeah.
Um,
You called yourself the trash man before anything else.
The Trash Master.
Yeah, no, fair.
TMT.
Oh god.
So, the where we were last week, what had happened was,
Allegedly.
Don't do 2 weeks ago.
Last week.
Last week.
I did put it on the website, by the way.
Previously on.
oh man, I was so ready to start, and the show was like, not 2 weeks ago, and now I'm petrified.
Alright, so you went over a waterfall. Damn it.
To be
skip
fair,
it,
you
skip
have done 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks in a row. Even when you've been very prepared to not do it.
I'm just gonna have to pull up the recap. I
So
don't
we
trust
went to
myself.
the bar,
We're off the rails now.
Straight to the moon.
right?
We picked up with Memdap stepping forward and announcing that he believed he was the rightful person to lead Nenaxi. After... Sorry, my laptop fans are just going.
Oh yeah, I hear it.
All I'm doing is loading a page on Firefox.
That's fine.
It's a lot of work. Trying their best.
Why are you using Firefox?
Internet Explorer
That's
wasn't
true.
working.
The real
It's
question.
2020.
Because I don't like Google Chrome. Anyway,
Trash, man.
Ash Jeeves doesn't have a...
I'm trying to sign into my hot.
I was gonna say, this is the fastest way I can get to my Hotmail.
I'm just booting up my AOL desktop
Yeah,
real
Chad, our
quick.
new sponsor for the stream, AOL. Big shout out to them.
America
No, it's
Online.
not true.
It's not true.
Sponsored by
This-
Windows 98.
this-
Well, like,
stream
you could
got
honestly
deal
call me,
by
though.
dial-up.
Yeah, I mean, we can be the resurgence of AOL.
Call us up.
We can be responsible and
Play the dial-up tone before the video.
No, I'm kidding. Firefox is fine. If
Broadcast
you use Internet
exclusively.
Explorer,
yeah, no. I'm
other
not.
than for Netflix, because it's the best for Netflix, which
Really?
hurts me to use. Yeah,
Yeah,
it actually
shares
runs
videos
Netflix way better and in
than-
1080p than Chrome and Firefox.
Interesting.
It physically causes me pain to use.
So, Memdap stepped forward and said, hey, I should lead Nenaxi. I've run this city for the past 7 years in everything but title. He said that, Nenaxi is a dock town, and that the dock should be the key focus of the town. And given that he was the manager of the dock, he was arguably the manager of Nenaxi. There was a long conversation that was had with him, questioning his credentials. Everyone quite skeptical of this man who was shipping bodies out from the city in Nenaxi, whether intentionally or unintentionally. A decision was made to hold a vote in a week, and Memdap then brought the crowd of people that had gathered, invited them all over to the Rusty Keel to have a drink, celebrate. As you approach the Rusty Keel singing a drinking song, as you approach the Rusty Keel singing that song, you saw Lufid like poke his head out the door and see everyone coming and quickly shut the door. Flint sent Lufid a message to his mind, said knock knock.
Called him up.
Knock, knock.
Really scaring him. Memdap stepped forward after Lufid wouldn't open the door, tried to get Lufid to open the door, and he wouldn't. Finally, Lufid came running out with a big backpack and just went, I gotta go, and left. As he was running away, Flint sent a message and said, bye-bye. And then half of the party, I believe it was, yes, you two stayed behind Flint, or not Flint, not Olaf.
Flom.
God, I'm like
It's
a grandmother going through all of the children's names before I get to the one I need.
I mean, the
Flum.
costume last night has just rotted.
Yeah,
your
you're not the
brain.
grandmother
Oh, you're
anymore.
right.
Should have worn the wig.
I should DM in a grandma costume. Anyway, we'll come back to that.
$1 million idea.
It
Keep
really
going.
is. Crom and Chessa stayed behind at the area of the judgment, and just kind of discussed what they were going to do with these people that were still in chains, captive. It was decided to put them into Zifley's tower and have a Greg guard them. A Greg in the city of Nenaxi is a thief. They all go by the name of Greg. So they hired the Greg, the no eyebrows original Greg that you all had met first.
Jacob.
Jake, that was his name. Jake from Greg Farm.
God,
They're growing them.
oh,
Oh no.
that's where the bodies have gone. They're reanimating Greg's farm.
Shit, I gotta go.
Greg to table.
See you guys next week.
Everyone just figured it out. I'll have to write a new campaign. See you later. Paid a Greg to stand guard at the tower, and then they went to join the festivities over at the Rusty Keel. When they arrived, Olaf and Flint went for a walk to get some fresh air. And went and got some fresh air.
Yeah. The
Yep.
air was very fresh.
It was
Fresh to death.
fresh to death indeed.
Fresh to death. Greg for gold.
Not
Sorry.
Not long later, the rest of the party all went back to Zifley's tower as well to try to start planning what y'all are going to do. While you were there, you walked in and found all of the captives dead. All of them. Olaf and Flint told you that at one point they walked in and Mara was the only one left and was standing amongst a group of dead bodies. So they did what had to be done.
As you do.
As you
Yeah. She was gonna flee.
Yeah, and now all of them are dead. There was a conversation had about what to do for the rest of the period. There was also a conversation that took place with Urgeva, the diver guild leader person. Urgeva gave Minerva, Chessa, and Crom, I believe. It was you three. Gave you more information about Five Off, about the demon in the woods that you had read the job posting for, as well as her memory and what she knows of Memdap from when he was in Five Off as well, because they came from Five Off to Nenaxi at the same time, not necessarily together, based on what she said. Yeah, and following that, you all went back to Zifley's tower, had a conversation about what to do, and we pick up in the morning after your long rest with, I believe, Crom and Chessa sleeping on the ship, and everyone else, I believe, sleeping in Zifley's tower.
Correct.
I prepare the morning song and the dance of the water.
I'll get out of my out of the big, lavish bed that is now mine.
Yeah.
Look over at the dancing water and Flint and just give Flint a small clap. Rah, 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 rah. It's gonna be a good day, Flint.
It sure is, as I begin picking up my 4 lavish pillows where I have slept. Luxury pillows, sorry. With 3 pillowcases, as one of them is full of blood.
Definitely gonna go up and collect stock.
Did you match her?
No, she
I
on
rolled
that.
a nat 20 and a nat 1 for my portent. So those are going right in my pocket.
So, yeah, we'll say Flint and Olaf obviously wake up in the tower. Crom and Chessa, you guys would wake up on the ship at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rise from my very modest living. Make sure that Chessa's awake. And ascend, grab our boat. And,
Do we have coffee on the boat?
oh no, we're gonna stop and get coffee on the way.
I need that.
David Duncan around here?
Nenaxi runs. Oh, Duncan.
Over the wall.
Everyone else?
Yeah, I just
Aziz
kind of
just
like,
an end sideways.
I guess like get up from the sofa that I was sleeping on, kind of like dust out my blanket, pull it and put it in my belongings.
Yeah. Going up to the tower to collect stock. Our good friend.
I'll wake up and come on down.
Go down to the main floor and we'll look at the kitchen as we pass by. Because there was a kitchen on the second floor, third floor. So, I mean, if there were things in there that we could utilize for making some kind of breakfast.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I would, Flint, not the best at this, but I think we can whip something up.
I think we can certainly try.
Yeah.
Is there any windows on the first floor?
Yeah, there would be.
Okay, I kind of want to just peer out the window and see what's going on outside now that it's been like a day after everything's happened.
The streets in Nenaxi are more busy than they were yesterday, for sure.
Okay.
It seems as though people, for the most part, have gotten back to just their daily business. You see people going this way and that, bustling around. You're on the West District, so everyone's going to be pretty finely dressed, nice clothes, all walking with like a sense of purpose and confidence.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I start making my way up to the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah. Look for some meats, some breads,
Some cheeses.
some cheeses.
Hey,
Start making some
Blue Box
delicious.
RPG, thank you very much for the 35 viewer
Ooh,
raid.
thank you.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid. We genuinely really appreciate it. Hope you guys are all doing well today.
Nice.
Yeah. Start making some delicious, we'll say, pan-seared, toasted breakfast sandwiches.
I like it.
Make sure that Stalk and Minerva have a good meal.
How's,
My good close friends.
How's my little lightning bug guy doing?
Uh-oh.
I was just thinking, when's the last time you fed him?
I was giving him meat out of my rations, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever saw if he ate it or not. I know I gave him meat once, and then the tower got lit on fire, and we didn't revisit it, so I don't know that it eats meat. I know I assumed it did.
It's too much sodium.
No, it definitely would have eaten the little bit of meat that you put in there for it.
Okay.
It bit me.
They are carnivorous, yeah.
Very
Okay.
good.
So then, yeah, I would give him some of this,
Yeah, a
sandwich.
little bite of that sandwich. Nice.
You know how they make like tiny little food for hamsters?
Ooh.
Hey, he's
I'll
got
have
his
to
own
start
little...
making little meat pellets.
I gotta clean out this bottle.
Blue Box, thank you for the resub, and the Real Long Shot, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, he's still alive, doing good. He's shining a white light now. He's
Yeah.
becoming docile and domesticated.
Put him on a leash and take him for walks.
Oh, man. Gotta buy
Start
little
a
outfit.
bug circus.
Oh, there you go.
That's how we make them even more money.
Train him to smell traps.
I
Ooh.
do like it.
Do bugs have noses?
I don't know.
I know nothing.
I don't know that they have noses,
Listen,
I can taste the danger here. I wouldn't do it.
right?
but I imagine they can smell.
Don't they smell with like their legs or something?
That sounds right.
Same.
I wouldn't just take that. I don't.
It's almost as
Don't
if
they
they
smell with their bug
I know.
legs?
I know a bit about animals, but I kind of stopped when I was a kid reading where bugs were involved because I just wasn't a fan. So I really don't know.
Yeah, we'll say they smell with their legs. It's fine.
Sure.
They smell danger by touching.
It's almost as if they have a danger sense.
Yeah. So, Crom
Barbarian.
and Chessa, you guys are making your way to get coffee and then to Zipley's tower.
We're swinging by the Rusty Keel.
I mean, you're up at the tower over here. Rusty Keel's over here, so you got to cross Nenaxi and then come back. But yeah, you go
Coffee Town.
walk into the Rusty Keel, and Kesgrim's standing there and behind the bar, just cleaning a glass, and goes, "Oh, hey guys,
How are you this
Good
morning?
morning.
good. How are you?
I'm fine. Looking for some coffee.
Okay, yeah, hang on. Here you go.
And one for her as well.
Okay." And he just holds out 2 full carafes of coffee. And he's like, "Here you go."
I'm just gonna take that from Crom.
Yeah.
Do you have cups?
Oh, you wanted smaller? Okay.
Like to go.
He
Rolls out a barrel.
He pulls out a smaller cup. And here you go.
I'll pour a cup and hand it to Crom.
Oh, you need 2 cups. There you go.
Oh no, these are for me.
Oh.
Anything else?
Of
Also,
course you
at
guys
this,
have.
also you would also walk in through just people asleep at tables and in booths. I mean, this is the day after the grand opening.
How does it smell
party.
in here?
Horrible. Like BO and vomit.
Oh.
God.
Worst.
Nazgrim, you wouldn't... Nazgrim. Nazgrim, you wouldn't happen to have any more of that delicious cake that you gave us yesterday?
Oh, coffee cake?
That's it, yes.
Yeah. We rewatched the episode, and when I say coffee cake last week, everyone just goes,
You know.
Coffee cake's delicious.
Also, I did get coffee cake that night. Wasn't that good?
What?
I got the Tasty Cake coffee cakes. They're
Ah.
horrible. Don't get them.
Yeah.
I always have.
Could I bother you for 6 pieces of that, please?
Okay. Yeah. That should be 6.
Is it 6?
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
Anything else? You good?
I'm good.
Hey, who's gonna clean?
You should hire someone.
I'll be the boss.
That's what running, owning the place.
Oh, I
Usually
gotta start
yeah.
writing up a job board. And you see him, he takes out a piece of paper and writes table buffer needed. Just right across the top of it.
At least he didn't write it into his skin. I have to make a job board.
Just tattooed on his chest.
Buffer needed.
DJ, if that's not your next tattoo.
Buff boy.
Buffer needed across your chest.
I'm not putting... Absolutely not.
He's thinking about it.
I am. I'm already thinking about how many times I'd have to explain what that tattoo means. And that's more conversation than I want to have with people. So yeah, you guys get your coffee cake and your coffee. You head back over to Zipley's tower?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way back over. We'll say you guys walk in right as Olaf is finishing up breakfast.
Good morning, friends.
Welcome back.
Good morning.
Hope you have all slept well. Today is a new day.
Yes. Quite comfortably. Hey, Flint.
Oh, yes. These luxury pillows are luxurious.
I should hope.
I stopped by the Rusty Keel and I got you all some cakes. I take one.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Canadian Ancient Gamer, thank you for the 200 bits. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We also have coffee.
I've made some sandwiches. Push out the tray of sandwiches. Have a seat and enjoy some breakfast.
I have to say, after being cast down to Orvigo, I would never thought that I'd be enjoying a nice spread like this.
Exactly. It's hard to pass up.
Part of the crew, Minerva.
Yes. Opportunities like this are not easy to come by, it seems, in this city. We spent the first several days in squalor, homesteading, and
Jail.
jail.
Jail?
Now we're here. And
Homeowners.
Homeowners.
Of a castle.
Without having to spend a single gold. Really making our way in Nenaxi so far. It's going to be very interesting to see what Memdap brings to this town.
Very interesting indeed.
And what other intriguing options there may be for us here.
Indeed.
But
bound to be fun.
Together we can face anything.
Of course.
Yes. Anything at all.
Anything, John?
Uh-huh.
Just pull up that beholder staff.
You can put that dragon turtle right outside this town right now. I'll jump on it.
Oh!
Dragon turtle is a friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything's a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Teenage Mutant Dragon Turtles.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Turtles
god,
in a
that makes me
spike
Master
show.
Splinter.
Dragon power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, what would y'all like to do?
So now that these weeds, as Crom described them, are dealt with, do you think it's time to move on to a different garden?
I suppose. I wouldn't be opposed to traversing the area more. There's not really much that's keeping me to this city other than your company. If that's where the journey takes us, that's where it goes. I wouldn't go searching out for it myself.
Yeah, I think Nenaxi has been served a proper amount of justice. I think it's more things I need to do, and I don't know if I'll be able to meet those goals by staying in Nenaxi.
I think it needs time to heal without our presence, so we can ensure that it's capable of doing so on its own.
I would have to agree with you.
The only thing I would want to do is make sure that nothing goes awry before the election in the coming week.
I think
That
making a
feels too
visit
real.
to...
As you were saying, I was like,
Oh, no.
What could perceivably go wrong, though? Mendap has spoken.
He's
The
a
people
good
seem-
businessman.
Yeah, the people seem quite content to accept him as their new sole ruler. That thing we are oh so happy to see again.
I mean,
if that's what the people want, but if they decide otherwise, I would not want to see him take what he thinks he deserves by force.
I mean, he did say that, or at least Orgava said that he worked his way up pretty quickly in Five Off. Perhaps we can get a better understanding of the kind of leader he is after taking a visit to Five Off.
That's a good idea.
It is an interesting idea. I think the thing bugging me the most is finding out more about what's going on with this body trade. And I think I may have an idea as to how we can figure out what's on the other end of this, because it doesn't stop here.
What did you have in mind?
Well, we ship some bodies.
I just so happen to have several of them right upstairs.
I was thinking something a little bit more lively.
I
We
suppose have Flint move them around.
I don't think he's asking
firsthand.
them to be marionettes. Are you
Flint.
implying you want us in the boxes?
I could become invisible and dance them around. That's like a sort of puppet show.
Put them on your lap and have them tell funny stories.
What a better way for us to find who's on the other end than for them to open the boxes to inspect the bodies, and we're there.
Certainly.
Finding our way in pretty quickly.
How can we guarantee that we'll all be together? If we get separated, I think I will be fine. I don't know about others. I worry for others.
Well, we know what the boxes look like. We could either use our ship or one of the merchant ships, and I could disguise myself as one of the captains, and we could sail down the river until we're confronted by someone.
Just my thoughts.
Friends, we don't know whether or not we would be confronted on the river or whether or not this lands in a port.
That's true.
What do we do if we simply sail south and nothing happens? Then we are what, in boxes?
Well, we don't have to be in the boxes. The boxes could be empty.
Would you not be able to get out of a box?
Oh, I could definitely get out of the box. But who is
My one weakness.
who is sailing the ship?
Flintwood. Posed as a captain.
Yes.
So then,
Who was sailing the ship in the first place?
That's a great question. I don't actually
Who
know.
picks up these boxes and takes them? And where do they go?
yes, that's exactly my point. Is that if we simply start sailing southward, there is no indication that these are not taken to a specific location,
Sure.
and we do not know that location.
Did you get any information out of the guards before?
What guards? The ones in the tower?
The ones in the tower?
Yes, we spoke to Sven and George.
Mm-hmm.
They confessed to their crimes, and then
They simply
knew-
said that they brought
Yeah,
the bodies to the,
the dock.
southeastern guard tower,
Mhm.
and then from there they were brought to the docks.
Yes, they didn't even do the loading.
I mean, if Memdap truly doesn't have anything to hide, perhaps he wouldn't have a problem telling us where these ships were being sent to.
If he knows which ships.
I'm sure he knows. He was the dock master. He saw what was going where and when. He
Certainly
should
has
have
some kind of ledger that would indicate shipments from
Inventory.
Zifley.
Right.
Even if we give him the visualization of the boxes that were the ones specifically with the bodies inside,
Sure.
as Melvin was inside of the guard tower, he could tell us whether or not he knows of any of those boxes and perceivably where they went.
I think that's a great idea. He'll have to at least have some knowledge of something, whether or not he's truly involved. He has to
Certainly.
have seen something.
Certainly.
May be able to make some judgment on him as a person,
Judgment.
depending on how much
Some make some justice on him.
I
You
didn't
mean?
say, I didn't say justice.
Justice.
That
Big
is not the-
spoonful of justice.
That's
Comes
part
the
of waking
justice
up.
plane.
Justice in your cup.
Maybe gather the information
That's
first
a lot.
and
We gotta make
save
Yep,
the judgment
yep,
for
yep,
a
yep,
later
yep.
date.
TM,
Oh,
TM,
yes,
TM, TM.
certainly.
Justice in your cup.
You write it
Yeah,
down.
we did that last week.
Remind me what? Remind me later.
Yeah, we did that last week because I definitely have a note that says "Make Folger's logo say Minerva." Tagline: "The best part of waking up is justice in your cup."
Wait, no, I wasn't there for that. When did this happen? Was I there for that? I don't
I
know.
think so.
You were there.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Yes, I think as of now, the best course is to permit Memdap to show himself.
I mean, alternatively, if we do decide to sail southward with said boxes on our ship, I'm sure there's plenty of places we can see south.
Certainly.
A couple of these places are 2 to 3 days, even weeks. Well, a week.
Certainly.
And that job out in the woods seems quite promising.
Yes,
Perilous though it may be, but
certainly. We've also understood that the carcasses and materials that can be harvested fetch a good price. And are valuable to some of us particularly.
I'm also quite curious about these scholars.
What scholars?
The ones that
The
were
ones
in the trap that the posting for the monster was originally about. There was scholars that were out, and one of them fell through.
yeah,
like a
so
hole.
someone must have survived.
Do
Well,
we
the
know
ones
where-
that survived were the ones that put out the posting.
Yes, do we know where the scholars are?
They were in another town, aren't they?
Yes.
In Craigo?
Cavego?
Cavago.
I think they were going to Cavego.
They were on their way to Cavago.
And encountered the thing.
As they were walking, a guy fell into a pit.
Okay.
And when he landed in the pit, they saw the demon down there just
Okay.
destroy him.
Hey!
On the job posting, did it list where to claim the reward or who to speak to about it?
The scholars.
Yeah.
Does it say like where they
They were
are though?
in Cavago.
Cavago.
Oh, okay.
The Silas Teak Woods, too, I think. Something about that.
I think those are the woods
Those
outside
are, that's
of
just the
Cavago.
name of the entirety of the
Right,
woods,
right,
yeah.
right.
Are there any, like, general shops in town?
Nenaxi knickknacks.
Oh!
Yes, we gotta go see
My favorite store.
I-
Nicholas Nackington.
Nicholas.
I would love to see if I can find a map of Orvigo. Got a lot of town names, but no real clear idea of where they are located.
Yeah, more information than what we have of the area right now would be very nice.
Yeah, the last time we aimlessly rode through waters, we came across a handful of friends. I don't really want to do that again.
No, certainly not. Stalk, when we do go to Nenaxi, Knickknacks, perhaps you could see if there's a back door so you could peek behind the counter and make sure there's not a body hidden in the back or something. As we
Yes, the last
was
time
rather
we were there,
suspicious. We were in there the last time.
it was odd.
I could try to take a look.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just trying to remember what y'all were suspicious of.
Nicholas Knack.
Yeah, Nicholas. That
Yeah,
his name
there
What
was
was the
really
lack
no
of
hole.
Nicholas?
Yeah, really.
Where?
The lack
It
of
was
that-
somebody with a very just bland name.
She was also just really like.
He was very
twitchy.
sudden. Yeah.
Short with us, and
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yep.
That sounds like one of my shopkeepers.
was it a shopkeeper?
The crypt keeper.
Oh, all the murderers in Orvigo, they're named shopkeeper. Yeah. Yeah. What would y'all like to do?
Well, you guys seemingly have some shopping to do, so we can start with that. And then speak with Memdab. Inquire about these suspicious boxes and whether or not he has any indication as to where they were sent. This way we know whether or not it is on the way to Cavego or after Cavego. And then we can grab our ship, set sail, and ideally find this pit in the woods.
Well, I have no need to go shopping, so I'll go hunt down Memdab.
Certainly. Flint, do you have anything you need to buy?
I don't think so. Maybe some magical items of some kind. I'll have to give it some thought.
As an aside, just so this way we don't... does she have things that we would be able to buy again? Jawara.
Oh, Jawara?
In terms of, like, common/uncommon magical
It's
items.
been, what, like 2-3 days?
Yeah. Entirely up to you.
Yeah, she would have more stuff.
Cool.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, no. I've already got it open. And I'm...
You gotta choose the stuff that she has in her shop. Don't let him decide.
Listen, you could just let me decide. I'm not saying I crave boundless power and possibility.
But
I simply demand it.
You're allowing him to demand it.
Do you have anything in mind
That I would want
for me?
for you.
Yes.
For you.
Oh, for you?
Yeah, I'll find something for you.
Thank
Like
you.
My
a
hat.
throw blanket on Zifli's couch or something. Like a blanket that's just not on the bed.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to cut like a little cloth
Don, how much
to
gold
like
do you
throw
have?
over my lightning bug thing like a bird cage.
Okay,
for
so
when I
you
don't
could
want him
afford
shining.
one uncommon.
That's a good idea.
So if I see any like cloth that's not a part of the actual bed blanket Olaf's been using, I want to cut a little square so I can wrap my jar in it when I need it not to shed light.
I like that. There you go.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'll be
find-
doing while you guys are chit chatting.
Well, you could put a copper wire around the lid so you could have like a lantern.
Oh, I sure could. We're gonna work on this.
Lantern.
It's gonna keep getting better.
This is how Stalk became the Fizzlewick cat. The Fizzle cat.
Fizzle cat.
Fizzle
I also will continue to not choose combat items.
That's fair then. I see. Not non-combat items are
They're good for roleplay.
right.
Don, you probably would want the Deck of Illusions.
Oh, yes, I certainly do.
You would have a good time with that.
Yeah, let me take a peek. That's the thing where you deal and it does like a random illusion or something.
Yeah, it's got 32 cards in it. You randomly deal a card, and it does create an illusion. But that is something that I think that Flint would have a good time with.
It's like a spicy tarot deck.
spicy.
Why is it spicy, Sarah?
You don't know what's gonna happen.
Because it's got some flavor to it.
Yeah. So you can. Do you want to go to Nether Nenaxi or Nenaxi Knickknacks first?
Neither Nenaxi.
Split up.
And we even have a deck of
Yeah,
cards.
I mean, we don't have to split up. I
use.
can go with. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm getting
We'll stop at the general store first.
Yeah, we'll do the general store first, because I'm still looking to make sure that
That's
that
right.
is what I would pick for Dawn.
So you walk into the general store, or you make your way over there first. You have to cross over from the west side into the east side. Why do I have two? That might be a problem. I had two one-note open.
Mm-hmm.
Like two running programs of OneNote.
Oh.
2-note.
Can we get a Thank you.
I'm gonna burn this computer.
Would you like me to burn it?
You should get one of those things that like elevates it to let air underneath.
I'm waiting for OneNote to come up. I've clicked on it like 3 times now.
Okay.
It's just
That's how you have 3 of them open.
I'm clicking
you
the
say that-
toolbar.
Oh.
Would you say that the door might be locked?
Yeah, sure. The door's locked. Yep.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
I love this item.
You're welcome.
Oh my god.
All right. And after a moment, someone is.
They knock back.
There's like a sign next to the door that says what time it opens, and it's 2 minutes past.
Correct.
Let me in.
I'm almost there.
We open in 2 minutes.
Peer in the window. I know you're in there.
I
The
see you
clock's
moving
got reset.
around.
What are you doing?
We're
There we
screaming.
go.
You tell I work retail.
So you finally, after a long time, a short gnomish woman walks forward. And you see her like peer out of the bottom of the glass and then swing the door open. And as she swings the door open, you see her arms once again are covered in like black tattoos, spiraling, abstract designs, nothing really specific. She steps out and goes, "How can I help you?
Looking to buy some objects.
I have some objects,
May we come in and browse?
I suppose." She turns and walks inside.
Follow her in.
Yeah.
All right. You step in. She goes, "Okay, what would you like?"
Her name's Iris, right?
Yep, Iris Miranda.
Iris, do you happen to have any like containers of oil?
Containers of oil.
Where's Nicholas?
What are you doing?
I will blow this place to kingdom come.
Yes, I have a flask of oil.
How many do you have? Just one?
I've got 5.
How much are you selling them for?
5 copper apiece.
All right, very well.
Okay. Here's your 5 flasks. Only slightly smaller than a canteen. That'll be 25 copper.
Give her 25 copper.
Thank you very much.
I'll give you 5 copper for one of those.
They're 7 copper.
Just take it anyway.
Are you giving me the 7 copper?
Hmm?
Are you giving me the 7 copper?
I'm giving you the 5 copper.
You're not getting an oil flask. Things are going it's out of style. I gotta sell them as much as I can.
Do you happen to have any maps of Orvigo as a whole?
Ooh.
General maps? Locations of towns?
We haven't really gotten any maps. It's kind of a dark subject about Orvigo, but we know where the cities are, how far away they are, things like that. I can definitely draw you a rough map of it. But as far as a official map maker, any of the ones that have ever attempted to map Orvigo never really returned.
What do you, is that their sole purpose, to map Orvigo, and they just vanished?
It's not their sole purpose, but yes, they do vanish. They just seem to never return. The general understanding is when they attempt to map the woods, where they're not seen again. As I'm sure you know, the woods of Orvigo are filled with danger.
And there are no maps that just contain the towns. The rivers.
I can draw you one if you'd like.
If you wouldn't mind,
Yes.
you don't have to do it this second if that's...
It'll only take me
Okay.
a second.
Map of the waterways.
I guess in the meantime, do you have any map making supplies?
Oh. Do you plan on drawing a map of Orvigo?
I mean, if I'm going to be traveling, then I might as well.
I will pay you very well for a full map of Orvigo. That would be... Oh, I could sell it exclusively here? I'd get rich.
I'm just trying to make sure we don't get lost.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that too.
Like dollar signs in her eyes.
Yeah, she...
How well is well?
Oh,
This is a very dangerous mission.
no, indeed. At least 500 gold?
That's not enough. Every person that's drawn a map of Orvigo has gone missing. There's a risk of death.
Indeed? I'm surprised that someone...
And you stand to make so much money off of these maps.
What I could do. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to give me the supplies necessary, I'll work on this map. When it's done, you can sell that map. But I would like a profit off of each map sold.
I think we can do that. That sounds agreeable to me.
Thank you very much for the raid, Heavyweight Gaming.
Hey, thank
Welcome,
you.
everybody.
Mm-hmm. Don, give me your gold.
Don, give me your gold.
All of it?
Yes.
I mean, just the 500, so this way I can go
Oh,
buy that
yeah,
for
sure.
you.
Yep.
Just because DJ, I'll run out and I'll do that. Just so this way we can
Yeah.
shortcut that. I'll take his 500 gold. I'll run over to Juara's solo and I'll buy the couple things.
Oh, okay.
Just so this way it's easy.
That works.
Yeah, just to let you know, deck of illusions for him, and then I'm taking the ever smoking bottle and the pipe of smoke monsters. Not actual monsters, they're just the appearances.
I remember we talked about that at one point. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, you buy those spooky things.
Thank you.
Iris, do you sell medicinal products?
The Reckoning.
Are you a guard?
No.
There's no more guards.
Oh, then yeah, I saw
Are you a guard? No.
You got that herb? Why? Are you a guard?
You have to tell me.
You gotta tell that.
Gotta tell me if you're guard.
Nenaxi's all
So
about
like you got the
entrapment.
medicinal or
While that's happening, I'm gonna message Chessa.
Mm-hmm.
Chessa, she thinks that these maps can't be copied once they're sold. Literally only one person has to buy a map and they can be distributed elsewhere. It's fine to take a cut per map, but you need to also get gold up front. She's a moron. They're not magical maps, they're just paper. Not you.
You can't hear me.
This is a private conversation.
Shit, did I say that out loud? Fuck.
Take advantage of the free supplies and the per profit, but they're just paper maps. They can be copied. Literally only one map needs to be sold and they could be distributed elsewhere. You could sell them elsewhere also.
Could sell maps. I don't know
Yes.
if I'm even gonna finish this map.
But still, it's worth it to get the gold up front as an investment. If she truly believes that she will become rich off of them, you could get the 500 gold up front as an investment with the free supplies.
I don't think she's going to give me gold up front.
Take a smaller amount then, and more when completed. You saw the dollar signs in her eyes.
Get some points on the back end.
Yes, exactly.
Wheeling and dealing.
This could be good.
I'll let you sort out the details.
Sure,
I just want to make sure we don't get lost.
of course.
Also, having my name on something distributed doesn't sound like the worst.
Sure, absolutely. Iris,
Yes.
so regarding these maps,
Right.
We would be willing to complete a map exclusively through Orvigo, through the land of Orvigo, and give that map to you in exchange for an initial investment of 250 gold up front for travel purposes and costs of expeditions throughout the land, and 250 upon completion. That would equal the 500 that you offered for the maps, along with free supplies and 10% of each of the maps sold.
And you see her just kind of like looking, clearly like doing math in her head and thinking about it, and goes,
Abacus.
"Okay,
What a good deal.
you look to be a hardy group."
I'm sure you saw the commotion in the town square yesterday.
Oh, I did. Yes. Okay. Yes. Here's 250 gold.
Thank you
some
very much.
parchment, and pencils to draw the map with.
Lovely.
Iris.
Yes.
Should I just put down cartographer?
Yeah, cartographer's kit, whatever is included in that.
Medicine. Do you sell medicine?
Yes. Yes.
I've been having trouble sleeping at night. I was hoping you would happen to have some kind of sedative or something that would help me sleep.
Got just the thing.
Preferably in a powder. I don't do well with pills.
Oh, it's easier than both.
Okay.
It's a bottle of whiskey.
The
Smooth.
the whiskey happens to give me heartburn, which doesn't let me sleep at night. It's partially the reason I have that. Do you have any other medicinal products I can use?
Perhaps some herbs.
Not
some
that
saps.
kind of medicinal product.
Gives you weird dreams.
No herbs, please.
I have a fine herb called chamomile. Chew on that for a while. It makes you kind of sleepy.
I'm quite the.
Chamomile's nice.
I really don't sleep well. I need something a little stronger than chamomile.
I can give you a frying pan to hit yourself with.
Back before I was dropped into Orvigo, the town shop by me had a medication I could possibly take to help to sleep. You don't offer any of those?
What? Do you remember what it was called?
Potion of sleepy time? I don't know.
She's a
If it's
general
a
source.
potion of sleep you're looking for, you may be better off speaking to Jawara.
I'm more so looking for like something I can use to put people to sleep.
Like a sleep drought.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that in the general store.
Okay.
You would get it at Chihuahuas.
Do you have any like NyQuil or like chloroform?
Jawara's out there.
or-
Come on down.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna head over to Jawara's.
Smoke monster pipes at this price.
Okay, so you would walk into Jawara's while into Nether
I'm on my
Nenaxi.
way out.
While Olaf's on his way out with just things.
Hi, Jawara.
See, I tried to avoid it.
Jawara, I'm looking to see if you happen to have any potions or something that can help with sleeping.
Oh, yes, I do have a potion of sleep, if that's what you're looking for.
I think that'll do.
Okay, let me just look up that price here real quick.
100 gold.
It's 100 gold.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't need
Typically-
sleep that bad.
Typically, exhaustible potions are still considered common magic items, at
Yeah.
least the lowest quality.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, 100 gold.
All right, never mind. A lot of gold. Wasn't anticipating that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then. Anything else?
Let me get back to you on that.
Okay. So then, and everyone's still with Iris. Anything for y'all?
Got my maker's supplies.
Now I'll step back and I'll give Flint his deck of cards.
Well, thank you very much.
You'll have a wonderful time with this friend.
Sure I will. I'll slip it in my front pocket.
I bought some interesting things that we'll have good use for.
Good.
Very good.
Always helpful to have helpful things.
Yes, it is.
Iris, you don't have a piece of paper so I could draft up a contract?
Contract? That's,
For the deal we just made regarding the maps?
do you think that's necessary.
You just handed
If
me
you'd like to just
250
give us
gold.
250 gold and we can just leave, sure. I just assume I'm doing this to protect you.
Flint, you're a man of your word. What are you thinking?
All right.
Here's the rough map of Nenaxi for you. Good luck. I'm not an artist.
Orvigo, kinda. Love
Yes, Flint, we're people of our word. Whatever
course we are.
bargain you struck, of course, Flint and others would uphold it. We're good people.
I
course we
just,
are.
No need for contracts.
I've had bad luck with contracts before.
Haven't we all?
Indeed,
Kind
yes.
of bad luck with
Sure.
the contracts.
I don't. We all came to Orvigo for a reason. Anyway,
It's fair.
please return.
Of course.
If you don't, I will have someone find you.
Okay.
Are these
Good.
these edges? Are they just the end of your knowledge of Orvigo, or are they mountain ranges?
Toward the north, there are mountain ranges. I was starting to draw the mountains there, but got tired of it.
I see the mountains. Yes.
To the south, it just ends at the ocean.
Ocean. So this is all.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And I mean, it is kind of Orvigo.
Mm-hmm. 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 Well, concluded?
Yes, I think we're
Everyone
good.
got what they needed?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Very good.
Good to go.
Okay, have a nice day. Come back with my map or I'll kill you.
Great. Might you have a small pouch of some kind, a leather pouch?
Yeah, I got a leather pouch for you.
Gross.
I'd like to buy a leather pouch.
Oh, okay, yes. That is gonna be an amount.
2 silver.
2 silver.
For the love of God.
Great, thank
Don't
you.
just look it up and then manage equipment then.
Thank you very much. Well, you have a lovely day.
Thank you, you too. Like I said, come back with my map or I'll kill you.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, I don't need anything from Jawaros, so I'm gonna just leave.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else while this is happening?
I'm gonna buy that frying pan.
Okay, it's gonna be 1 silver.
9.
Here you are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and what would y'all like to do?
When we head outside, I'm going to pull the pouch out and hand it to Stalk for your silver coins that you use. I figured it would be easier to keep them separate from your normal coins.
Sure. Yeah, I'll reach out and thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
To Memdap?
Imagine there will be a lot of justice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy 30 feet of chain and some manacles. I will give you the 17 gold.
30 feet of chain and what?
Manacles.
Manacles? Okay. Here you
Straight
go.
behind that from.
This lady.
It'd
General
be from
goods.
Iris.
Yeah, general goods.
Here you go.
Yes.
Also,
I'll make sure that they come back or I'll kill them.
I was just gonna ask.
I'll be-
Excellent. I'll pay you if you kill them.
Absolutely.
If they don't come back.
Yes, of course. Of course. How much are we talking about out of curiosity?
DJ,
I'm sorry, Sarah.
why?
I
Well
will
then.
say, I had these NPCs written a while ago.
And she would have offered to have him kill us? She would have paid him to have...
If you didn't come back with a map, yeah.
This woman's the worst.
He's gonna kill us and
Period.
pocket the gold.
I have understood the going rate for a living person so far in Nenaxi is 100 gold.
Oh, are you with
He's
the
gonna take the
Zifley?
gold out of my pocket.
Well, was getting there and then Zifley met an unfortunate end.
Right, I was there yesterday.
Yes.
You killed him,
Yes.
and you took over his business.
Yes.
Okay. Then I wouldn't pay you. You would pay me for them.
No. If I'm assisting you in a contract. That's a separate endeavor.
I suppose?
I'm simply curious as to what you value life at.
Can't give you an exact number. I guess it depends on how long they've been gone.
How long they've been gone?
I would prefer them back alive, of course,
Would I.
I'll make more money selling the map.
Yeah, with the follow-up expenses.
Follow-up income?
Expenses.
Sure.
You have a lovely day, Iris.
You too. She just kind of looks around like,
I'll step outside. Just pat Flint on the back. Well, she was in on it, Flint.
Seems that way.
To Memdap.
To Memdap. We gonna take care of her or
Iris, what do you mean?
justice-wise?
Hmm.
Alright.
Seems like a perfectly normal lady.
Yes, we've already completed our job in this town.
Fair.
No need to do anything else.
Alright, fair enough.
Simply collect our things and be on our way.
We've got some gold out of her as well and free materials.
Oh, well done.
Yes, she wanted a map that she could sell exclusively, and I pointed out to Chessa that someone could just copy a map.
Is that the contract?
Yes.
There's
Very
no
good.
contract.
Yeah, there is no contracts.
Yes. Binding of your word, though?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Very good. Verbal contract.
Yes, we just have to make a map of Orvigo as we're traveling and
You-
return here and sell it for another 250 gold, and then
Could you
Chessa
not
can
just-
sell them everywhere else. We could absolutely
Oh,
just
she
fill
also-
in.
She gave us a crude map.
Could you not just
Oh, we absolutely
draw
could.
that nicer and give it to her now?
I mean, she's more curious. She's more interested in the woods. Apparently, map makers tend to
Die
not
in the woods?
return. Yes.
Yes,
Oh, fair. That's
Yes.
fine. We're headed to the woods anyway.
Mhm.
precisely.
Yeah, we can absolutely draw her a map and get some more gold.
Yes. My thoughts exactly.
Very good.
And if we, for some reason, can't return, we have 250 gold anyway.
Certainly. Yeah, to the docks.
all right.
Mhm.
Yep, you walk to the docks, and Memdap's kind of standing like behind a makeshift desk. As you're walking through the west side, or no, you're still on the east side now. You would see that business on the east side has kind of picked up slightly. Like from what you can see, people are moving around more quickly. The atmosphere around you seems to be more lively. People aren't,
Scared for their lives.
just staring at their feet while they walk. They're like greeting one another. It's a pretty nice place to be.
Mhm.
So you make your way to the docks, and like I said, you see Memdap like standing behind a standing desk.
Mhm.
He's standing there, and
Does he have like books and other things on the desk in front of him
Yeah.
that would be visible to us as we say?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Just straight go up to him. Good morning, friend.
hello.
Simple, straightforward, and easy question for you.
Okay.
In terms of what Zifley was performing, we know what the boxes that looked like.
Right.
The red stripes. In your logs for shipments for Zifley on his behalf. Any idea where these boxes were going specifically?
One specific place.
Or if they were going to multiple places. Any information on the concluding journey for these boxes?
Well, I can tell you if you plan to follow the trail,
Yes.
there's quite a lot of danger ahead of you. That is a very courageous thing to do. I don't know if I could recommend it. But if you must know, let me get that back. I forgot one.
Oops.
I'm the worst.
I looked at the city and I went, oh, fuck.
Can we get a hashtag I'm the worst in the chat? Thank you.
I'm the
Oh,
worst.
where's our bingo?
Yeah, right? It's in the other room still. Oh, man. Really wanted to know how much I would get paid to kill the party.
Well,
Just curiosity.
Not even the party, just me.
Look,
And I guess
Depends on the price.
technically Flint too.
You see the way
Yeah.
the way Orvigo has been settled over its history. We've got towns along the river that are responsible for receiving the goods from the Nenaxi,
Yes.
as well as shipping them to us. We are sort of like a distribution center for the rest of Orvigo.
Certainly.
Why is everyone laughing at me?
Distribution center on a river.
Shut up. I thought about that too, but
It's fine.
Parallel.
so I can tell you all the ships go to Eswedge, Five Off, Uvrez, and Reju.
They've been distributed to so many places. Curious. Thank you.
Of course. Again, I do want to warn you.
You speak of danger. What kinds of danger?
Did Zifli ever tell you how he came to be in the position he was in?
Don't recall that story.
No, I killed him.
As you should have. Zifli once had a son. Zifli's son one day disappeared.
Did this child have a name?
He was a man at this point.
Did this man have a name? Sifley Jr.?
Junior!
It's not going to be Zifli.
Little ZJ.
Jiffy. Jiffly.
Oh,
Jiffly.
moms like you.
Don't tell me. I sure did forget to name his son.
Is it Skippy then? Are we going for competitors' brands? Peter Pan, maybe?
Peter Pan.
Underrated peanut butter.
It's very good. The whipped peanut
Smooth
butter.
and magical.
The whipped peanut butter is very
No
good.
shadows.
His son's name was Crunchy.
Hi, I'm Crunchy Wumov.
It's tragic he fell off a cliff.
Oh my god.
The name's Nutella.
His son's name was Tonin.
Can't spell that.
Tonnen. T-O-N-N-E-N?
Tarnin.
Like tannins? Like the things in tea?
Tarhan?
Tarnin?
Tarnin.
R.
Tarnin.
Okay, my mistake.
It's just
I'm
the
sorry.
accent.
Yes.
Cannon.
So it's like tannins, like in wines
No,
and teas.
no, no, no,
You gotta let it.
my
You gotta let
head.
this. You gotta let it sit.
Who
you know?
is you?
He's got good legs.
God, the legs will
Sifley
make
has
good.
great legs. Oh,
TM.
Tarnin. What in tarnation?
What tarnation?
So what how old was Tarnin when he died?
Disappeared.
But we don't know that he died.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gone.
You just
What
had
we
it.
do know
That's
was
upsetting. Looks like it was pre-bitten.
God.
someone at the assembly line just like, I'm just gonna
Do
take a
them an
bite.
honor.
If I take a bite out of every fifth one, they'll never catch me.
That's a lot.
That's a fucking. That's a pattern. Every 5. That's so few.
That's bad.
That's really fucked up.
Well,
He disappeared.
yes, Zifli's son disappeared.
Sorry.
First, I suppose it's relevant for you to know, Zifli came into leadership of Nenaxi after his father died, and his father ran Nenaxi before him.
What was his name?
Tannin.
Oh, I did his father.
Don't say that! Please. Please quote it.
Oh, yeah, can somebody quote that, please?
Oh,
Somebody
I
quote
did
it.
his father.
did his father.
Thank you. Oh. Just so good.
It's the most excited I've ever heard that sentence said.
His father's name was Zensa.
Zensa?
Zensa.
Yes.
Zensa.
Did he not like his father?
No. Him and his father got along great, actually.
It's weird that he didn't name his son a Z name. Continuing with the trend, then, if he liked his father.
Oh, I never thought of that. That's good.
Thank you.
It's every fifth one, so there's no pattern.
The Z skipped a generation.
Son of a bitch!
You okay?
What did you name the son?
I didn't. There's a line that I have in Zifli's. This wasn't intentional, because it's me and you know I forgot. The man told Zifli that 1 out of every 5 bodies.
I'm starting to see a pattern.
There you go, DJ. This is for you.
Wait, you told him what?
You have a great day.
What?
1 out of every 5 bodies.
Well, I'm getting there.
Okay.
So, Zifli's father died. Zifli became the leader in Nenaxi. His son disappeared. And not long after that, he was approached by a man. He would not give me any description of the man, what he looked like, his figure, nothing. All he would tell me was... What, John?
28, 34, 20.
That's what I was like, motherfucker. What did he look like? What was his figure? I'm thinking it was like 36, 34, 34.
Oh my god.
So, after that is when I started receiving the boxes from the god. I guess I kind of always suspected what may be in the boxes.
Did you do anything about it or say anything to anyone?
What could I have done?
A lot, probably.
His god ran the city. I was petrified of them. I just wanted to live my life.
Okay.
Opening boxes on a suspicion that may or may not be true is,
It would have gotten me killed.
You yourself said you were a leader with everything but the title.
That's correct.
As a leader, did you not have followers? Did you have people that respected you and would follow your command?
Of course I did. I have my dock workers.
So then you're not alone.
Well, no, I'm not alone.
So then why did you feel like you had no option?
Because the gods would have killed me and then my men.
Friends, remember, Amdap's not a fighter. He's a docksman.
Of course.
You're asking a man that would have surely lost in a fight.
Also, Zifli's sword, as you can see, is like 3 times the size of me.
Yeah, I'll happily unsheath it and just kind of like wave it around in front of him.
He
It's
could
very large.
Yeah,
he could turn me into like a skewer with that. I'd be lunch.
he's a
See,
dwarf
did he eat people or?
or no?
He's a gnome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I there's no way I could have risen against him. I certainly would have resulted in my death of me, my men,
Understandable, it wasn't worth the risk.
and then following that, the city of Nenaxi. Given that they wouldn't have anyone on the docks, as you can see, there's nowhere to grow food here. We have, other than fish, we have no source of meat. We rely on the other cities throughout Orvigo to provide us with food and what we need to survive here.
Understandable. It's an ecosystem of sorts.
Right, and if the dock were to be dismantled by me rising against Zifli, it's not just me and my men, but then all of the innocent people who had already been preyed upon for all these years that then would have lost food, clean drinking water.
My friend, how long ago did his son go missing?
This was recent. Oh, that was a lot of rolls in that R.
Recently.
Yes. 3 days. Really recently.
5 days ago.
A number between
5
1 and
days.
14.
5 off.
Eh.
Every 5.
There's about to be 5 of you.
That's fine.
I'd like to see you try.
Reward me for my hubris.
Zifli's been the leader of Nenaxi for 20 years now, I believe. Quite a long time. I only found out about this when I came, of course. So I don't know exactly when it began, but sometime between 6 years ago and 20 years ago.
His son disappeared.
Yes.
Do we know approximately how old Zifli was as a man?
Zifli was in his 60s, definitely. He would have taken over leadership in Nenaxi when he was 40.
In his 40s. Okay.
Right. So his son was 20 some odd.
Sure. Okay.
So we'll say at least 20 years ago.
Sure.
Do you know what Tarnin's role was in the city before he disappeared?
Yeah, if the son's in his 20s, he's got some
Yeah.
kind of career,
Yeah.
either assisting Zifli directly or doing something else in the city. Or he could be a piece of shit and have just not been doing anything like Tabitha.
That's probably where it's gonna go.
Cool.
He, from what Zifli told me about him, he was, bit of a loose cannon. He spent quite a lot of time at the Rusty Keel. He'd come home smelling of ale every night, sleep until night, wake up and do the same thing the next day. Didn't really do much with his life except consume.
Did Tarnin have many drinking buddies that you know of?
Melvin?
Memdap,
Yes?
do you know where Zifli lived before that tower? Did he have a different home here in Orvigo? Or was that his inheritance?
Yes, his father lived in that tower, and then him after him, Zifli after him.
Strange to me then that a man that so willingly commits such heinous crimes has no trinkets or belongings or paintings
Pictures.
of his son
That's
in
what I
his
was just
home.
thinking.
A man so committed with such great conviction.
Well, the official story is that Tannen went out exploring in the woods, which, as we clearly know, is just not true, because all he did was drink and sleep.
Certainly.
But the story is he went out exploring in the woods and did not come back. Zifli obviously could not raise suspicion within Nenaxi, or that would make his duties harder to achieve. So a story was fed to the people. Zifli was also very careful not to let regular commoners into his home. But yes, it is odd that he wouldn't have at least a painting of his son.
Nor of his father.
Certainly. Well, you wouldn't by any chance know anything of Zifli's wife or mistress? Who would have been Tarnin's mother?
Yes,
You never know, man.
Maybe he had two dads.
Yeah.
Who knows?
her name was Terry. Terri.
I thought you said Teddy. I'm like, excuse me.
Teddy Roosevelt?
Mr. President?
Speak softly.
Carrying a big stick,
That's all
dude.
you need.
Carry
And,
his wife under.
From what Zifli told me, Terry died not long after Tannen was born, perhaps a year.
Did he say how she died?
He wouldn't, actually.
Suffered a heart attack by this knife.
Yeah. It's concerning.
Did many people know Terry?
I believe she was somewhat known throughout the city of Nenaxi. That was an odd pairing from what I've learned. A lot of the people alive when they were young are now
not
gone.
around anymore.
But from what I understand, she had friends. I mean, she wasn't a hermit, but she was not wasn't Miss Nenaxi, I guess you could say.
Missing the next. Do they do
But
beauty
people did
pageants?
know her. She didn't like go to a different school. She was real.
Oh, she was very real, from what I know. Yes.
When you say that she was not Miss Nenaxi, was she curious looking? Not like Zifley? Zifley was a dwarf, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Was she as well a dwarf?
No, she was human.
Interesting. Very good.
Does Terry's family still live in Nenaxi?
Oh, I honestly don't know.
Oh, that's fine.
All of these stories that I know, I had to pick up from my past 6 years with Zifley. There were times when I'd be in the Rusty Kill drinking, as I am one to do, and Zifley would come in and have a drink. And we, I don't want to say became friendly, but
Acquaintances.
Civil.
drinking buddies, like Nesgrim and Melvin.
Kesgrim.
Thank you.
His cousin, Nesgrim.
Mhm.
Yeah, his cousin Nesgrim. Oh no, I heard he got farm to tabled.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So tasty.
As one is to do.
As
So
you do.
tender.
Send him to Hub Country.
But
Oh,
yes,
sweet.
from what I only learned these things from bits and pieces. There are large gaps in timelines and information that I was given by Zifley. But
Yes.
I can only imagine that a person able to make a man do what Zifley did. I can't imagine what else he would be able to do.
You had said that the his son went missing around the time that the man approached Zifley about the boxes.
Yes, not long before.
Fair enough.
Yes, we have a more appropriate timeline for that. Well, we'll be ideally returning with a more illuminated perspective.
Okay,
You do right by Nenaxi.
that's all I've ever wanted to do.
I'm sure it is. I'm gonna reach out to shake his hand.
Yeah, he holds his hand out.
Mm-hmm.
What a sight.
His little gnomish hand. He grabs your finger.
Yes.
I like silently like try and like laugh to myself and just like walk away.
Mm-hmm.
So
Be-
silently, Miss Paladin.
You'll be fine.
Not wearing
I'm kidding.
Disadvantage to your left, Shay.
Stop this.
You'll be.
My windpipes are also made of chainmail and
Mm-hmm.
clatter when I'm trying to be quiet.
Quit smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I'm a fire ganassi.
We'll be seeing you, friend.
I'll be here.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
Flint,
Yes.
to the woods.
To the woods.
Yes. Before we head out, Memdat,
Yes.
we had that rumor we've heard about a demon on the way to Cavego.
I've heard that as well. Yeah.
Very good. Any of your docksmen have tales? We're going to be looking to solve another problem for Nenaxi, I suppose you could say.
They've got plenty of tales, but I don't believe any of them were with the scholars.
Sure.
They can tell you about lots of other things, though.
Perhaps another day.
Get them drunk first. It's very funny.
I'll definitely do that. Take care, Memdat.
You as well.
See you later. Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but think that we should have probably asked the boat workers, the locations of things and ideas for maps. They're on the waters more so than anybody else probably in the area. They probably have a better idea about navigating where things are
Certainly.
located.
You can get some information on just how long it takes to get from city to city.
I mean, Orgava kind of Orgava gave us a pretty decent idea.
Mm-hmm.
But in
You
terms
have
of
the map from
okay,
from Iris.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a crude map, but it's
Something.
Map
something. It at
nonetheless.
least gives us the general locations of all of the towns in Orvigo.
Yes.
I can use that as a jumping off point for a better map. And Chess's eyes just kind of like twinkle at the idea
Mm-hmm.
of making a beautiful map.
Well, if we're going to be journeying out, I think we should ensure that we collect food, satisfy ourselves. This way, in case we are on an expedition deep into the woods and possibly struggle with finding something to catch and eat while we're inside, at least we have some kind of backup alternative.
Haven't
Go
spent
on.
much time in the woods, have you?
No, not in the woods. No, mostly city work with Flint. Mountains before city for me. Very
Yeah.
cold.
If we venture out to the woods, I don't think it'd be too much of a worry for us to find something to eat.
Oh, very good. Never mind then, Flint. We'll keep the coin and
Sure.
trust in our good friend Crom, and
I trust in.
you have the boat.
Yes. Do we?
Yeah.
The two of you. Perfect. Yes, I.
like this.
I trust Crom to find the bounty that nature will offer.
I'm sure our friend Stock here has done his fair share of hunting.
Good.
This one can hunt.
With a name
Very
like
good.
Stock.
Right.
I'm actually terrible. Don't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we originally went to the woods to the west of Nenaxi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. We've also briefly explored the east one. That was where we found the bandit
What
hole.
is this? Is this the
What is this?
like
The
the
fall?
cliff of the
The waterfall where we descended?
No,
well,
the waterfall
would
would
be over here.
Oh,
Right.
oh.
That's just
Like is this
like
just
a big
a peninsula from
yeah,
from
like an
Broxy?
outcropping of
Mhm.
where the mountains kind of rose up around it. Yeah.
So we've been over here briefly. Looks like broccoli.
Hmm. What side is Cavago on?
The west.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So Cavago is going to be southwest of here near the lake.
Lionojar.
Lionojar.
Robert Loja.
yeah, I mean, well then we're definitively heading west side again. And I mean, the scholars encountered it on the way, implying that they were walking.
Yeah.
So,
So
I
it's gonna
mean-
be sail, trek, find it.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's land, pick up boat, and then see whether or not there is any sense of a trail. Because, I mean,
I mean,
there's a
S-
town above it, right?
Eswedge, yeah.
Okay.
That's
It's
where
Tabitha. went?
Eswedge, I will say, just because of the way I drew that map also, Eswedge isn't necessarily above it. It is north of it, but it's more like Cavago's here, Eswedge would be here.
Sure.
okay,
Yes.
so Cavago is pretty far from the
Yeah. Yeah,
uh,
Cavago's at least,
the
I
river.
mean...
Vego's a 2 to 3 day travel.
Mm-hmm. 2.5 to 3 days.
Okay. But it is further inward away from, like, that to that point, like, the town to that is a decent distance, you're saying? From the riverbank to where the actual town is. It's
Right.
not short.
Yeah, that's
Whereas-
at least a day's travel
Whereas
from...
Eswedge is on the river.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, then, I would think our best bet would be to stop in Eswedge and see whether or not these scholars stopped there.
Yeah.
Because if they stopped there and then we're going to a
Yeah,
different
pick up
town,
the trail.
there would be a trail to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
It's a good plan.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much the idea. And I mean, it's not even like we need to really go into the city and do a lot. We can land, literally ask the docksmen, go to like the fucking tavern. Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Then, yeah,
Also,
I mean...
I do intend to physically make a map.
Okay.
They're good.
Do you want me to send you the incarnate ones? That way you have, I mean,
I
like
don't
out
want-
of game, so you have it for drawing.
I don't
it.
want too much more information than I already have.
That's fair.
But if you could send me, even if you want to like block stuff out.
Like I did with Oshwant with the clouds.
Yeah.
You put it on the front layer, you cloud things, so this way they won't be able to see the pieces that you don't want, and you can also just make a copy of the original.
Right, and
So-
then just redo it from there. Yeah,
Correct.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, then I mean, west side, lower the boat.
West side.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
you're heading south along the river
south
toward
along the
Eswich.
river toward Eswich.
I like it.
You said that that's a 2-day or a 1 day to Eswich?
Down the river,
Yeah.
it's about a day. That
Okay.
sounds about right, actually.
Yeah, because if Cavego's 2.5 to 3,
Right.
it's gotta
On
be
foot.
shorter.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we first came to Orvigo,
Mm-hmm.
that first area where we found ourselves with the
The Drake.
was that on the east or
Yeah,
the?
that would have been on the east. Yep.
So that would have been. This would have been the cave.
It would have been north of Tewesk.
All the way over here.
I might just have to give you a better map.
Yeah, don't worry about it,
Okay.
dude. Because like, if you're not looking at it, it's just gonna be difficult. Yeah.
We'll
Sail
figure
it.
that out later. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Say
get
it
that
like-
after stream.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right, so that's the plan. We're going to Eswich.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like it. All right. Yeah, you guys load up your ship.
Mm-hmm.
Purchase the things you'll need for the at least like small interim until you get there. It's not much, like a little bit more food maybe, or you can just steal it at a Zifley's tower. But you procure sustenance for some time, and you begin. Hey, always skeletal. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Don's not here, so I'll.
Yeah, you're good.
My stream now.
Birds aren't real.
God. What a hill to die on.
Every time I get the chance to say stream's mine now, birds aren't real. Every time. Sail down river.
Yeah.
As you get further and further away from the city in Nenaxi, you see that the forests, whereas, toward Nenaxi, they're kind of pretty far out from the river. The more southern you go, the closer and closer they seem to get to the river. So we'll say you guys probably set off at about noon, 1 o'clock, we'll say. So you sail through until, it's kind of rough to see anymore. Do you want to push through the night, or do you want to dock up on the side, rest, and then pick up in the morning?
I would say we take shifts.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
Yeah.
have the
Sail through the night.
the means to do that. There are 6 of us.
Okay. So you sail through the night, so we'll say you get there.
Oh no!
What?
I'm gonna make as much map as possible while we're
Sailing.
sailing. Physically as much as I can remember
Okay.
about like our experiences. And before I do anything, if I have to roll, it's a 20. So I do it
Very well.
to perfection.
Yeah, you draw a very good, nicely detailed, to scale map
Of our previous
of where you've been so far. Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, I would have made that a
classes
history
on it's
check,
like you're
yeah.
living it.
Well, I rolled a 20 on the
Yeah.
history, and I think my history is +6, +5, so 25.
Yeah. So you draw a very, very good map.
The one's being wasted. I'm not wasting that 20. We're
It's good. I like
Yeah.
it. So yeah, you guys make your way.
Did we spy that turtle swimming around? Because you said the water's clear.
Right, the
So
water.
yeah, I'd be on the lookout for him on our way.
The water is clear. I'll say Nenaxi is situated on a lake. It's Lake Gil. The river itself runs off of the southern portion of the lake. it's much smaller than the lake itself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still a pretty big river. It's still like 20 miles across.
Mm-hmm.
But not, but not nearly as big as the lake.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Is anybody else bothered by what Memdap was saying? That he found no reason to stand up for his people?
He just simply didn't want innocents getting hurt on his watch.
But innocents were getting hurt on his watch regardless.
Can't control every situation, I guess.
No, but you can choose when to fight and when to stay back. And I understand that he was concerned for his people, but...
If he wasn't feeling prepared, it would have been suicide otherwise.
Fighting a battle that you can't win.
But to not put up a fight at all?
It would have
It's
left
worth
him
nothing if he's dead.
and his dock workers dead, and possibly even starving the rest of the city.
Yes, at least the way that he seems to talk about it, he watched over Nenaxi behind the scenes, even though he couldn't save the ones that Zifli was targeting.
Yes, as thousands died, of course he watched over it.
Yes, it's
Very interesting, the things we excuse.
not the best.
So,
There's a
sure.
saying, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. At what point does he stand? At what point does he say, this is too much, I won't let my people suffer? And he's supposed to lead this nation?
Yeah, and
Or
of
this
course he had no
city is-
alternatives, like, nothing at all could have been done. Certainly.
No, I'm not saying he could have done nothing. I think that he should have made a stand. I think it's strange that he wishes to be a leader despite not standing up for his people.
I guess I just was hoping if Memdap was going to lead, he'd have a bit more of a backbone.
I agree.
I can understand not taking action on something that you don't have the resources to present. We weren't able to do anything until we had everything in front of us.
But what did we have that Memdap didn't?
No ties to this city. Him.
Courage is what we possessed, Minerva.
Anger.
Courage. And justice.
I just wish there was more courageous leaders out there.
Well, I think that there are
Nenaxis.
many in this group.
There is, and I'm proud to serve with you, but Nenaxi's not my city, but if it was, I wouldn't lead it the way Memdap would.
I don't think any of us would.
Minerva for mayor.
Whatever.
Well, we will give Memdap an opportunity and see how he does, and well, I suppose that's all we can do at this point. The people will vote, they will make a decision, and I'm certain that Memdap will absolutely be the one chosen, not
Think so.
Minerva.
And what's to lose there too? Because if things go wrong, you can both step in again and provide your justice.
Oh, I don't have any doubts about that. I have no problem stepping in.
Then what is
Just
there
does
to
get-
lose by the city healing itself?
Very well.
I think she's just fearful that not the same situation might present itself, but if Memdap stood by as people were slaughtered and kidnapped, who's to say that whoever was blackmailing Zifli does not show and attempt to blackmail Memdap?
Yes, he had his chance and did not act.
Correct. A coward is a coward.
I don't fear Memdap. I just have a very strong distaste for powerful people becoming more powerful. They soon have followers that will do anything that the powerful leader tells them to do. And I don't agree with that, and it does not sit well with me.
Is
And
it the
I
leader or the follower that you're most concerned about?
think it's a trickle effect. I think the leader has these followers and they're doing what they're told, and while I don't discredit the followers for doing the heinous things they do, the leader is also to blame. And if I have to bring down every terrible leader and their followers, I will.
Very, very admiring sense of conviction. And I appreciate that greatly. I do not have much of a stomach for weakness or cowardice. But we'll see how Memdap fares. And at least we know he is very small.
That
And
is.
probably will be much easier than Zifley to deal with should he stray from the good path that he promises to lead Nenaxi on.
Should this man show up again, I'm sure we can talk to Memdap a bit more easily about who this person is.
Yes. Yes, Memdap has no family. Ideally, it will be more difficult to blackmail him. But should he be approached, he at least believes that, that he'll do the right thing. And I would like to give him that opportunity
I agree.
to finally have a spine.
And if he doesn't wish to find his own spine, I'll find it for him.
Oh, yes, we will.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So at this point, it would be pretty close to about the time you'd expect to see the city.
This is the next day.
Yeah. Yep. Sun would be rising up. Don, I don't know if you were.
I was listening.
Okay, good.
Always listen.
Always watching.
So soon the forest on either side of you becomes very thick. I mean, it's
7 Seas.
yeah.
Big.
The 7 Seas.
New boat name.
Yar har! Yar har! Oh.
You travel along, passing through the very pretty colored trees. The water itself is clear and glistening. As the sun rises, it would be on your left as it rose. You see it come up over the treetops, casting like long rays of beautiful color, just orange, passing through the multicolored trees. It's a very, very pretty place.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stress that enough.
Mm-hmm.
Soon ahead of you, you see a mountain range begin to form, or not necessarily a mountain range, but mountains begin to poke out above the tops of the trees. And you see the snow-covered mountaintops. They look to be pretty far in the distance away from you, and not long after that, you see the wood of a dock poking out into the river ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
A pretty fair distance away.
Mm-hmm.
Just a big sign. Welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you direct the boat over towards the dock.
Okay.
And ideally one of the dock workers would direct us to a location in which we could anchor.
Land ho!
So you, as you're sailing down, you would see there's 4 docks they have that jut out into the river. Each one has its own like little workshop area at the end of the dock where things are like moved to and then used to stage items, whether they're being received or sent. Beyond those, you can see the town itself spread out. A lot of wood houses. They don't look very fine. They look like not necessarily shacks. Somewhere between shack and a cabin. Like they look fairly nice, but not lavish.
Yeah.
You can see there's not a whole lot of people walking around. So, whereas in Nenaxi, it was a bustling city.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going again.
Can we get an I'm going again in the chat?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Can we,
Ooh, I did his dad!
I'm going again.
Greatest theme park
Oh,
in town.
When did we
Bless
get
you.
to the ride?
bless you.
Thanks.
Forgot about that because of the screams.
no. Screaming usually makes me forget too.
You just have to scream back at him.
Yeah.
It's just like our excuse me for a minute. Pardon me.
This is S-Wedge, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Whereas Nenaxi was a bustling city.
Yeah, this is definitively less populated.
Exactly. Yep. Only a few people walking around. As you come close, you see there's a man.
As we're approaching, in terms of size to scale in comparison to Nenaxi, since this is a coastal town, does it jut into the forest that is adjacent to it?
Yeah.
So we would not be able to see the full extent of the town as we're approaching? Or would we have some semblance of a gauge of size in comparison to Nenaxi?
Yeah, it is considerably smaller than Nenaxi.
Because if it was the same size and it's less bustling, that means a different thing to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if it's a definitively smaller thing and still less bustling, that also means something. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it
Thank
is.
you.
I don't want to say you'd be able to see the entirety of
Sure,
the town
but
from
like
the river.
maybe half or less the size of Nenaxi in total.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The bustling, are they human? Are they dwarf?
It would be a mixture of.
Variety.
Huh?
A variety.
Yeah, it would be a variety, mixture of like dwarf, human. I'm gonna say there's probably not any Goliaths here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had told me they were further south when I asked
Right.
the couple people that I've seen so far that were Goliaths.
I'll say, yeah, dwarves, humans, because of where, yeah, there would, there's elves, a couple elves walking around. Yeah, and then gnomes also, because...
Cool. Yeah, as we're approaching, there's not like a dockmaster or a docksman that is directing us, or...
Yeah, there would be a guy as you approach to the docks. There would be a guy...
Dead map.
Dead map.
Red cap.
There would be a guy standing on the second dock in.
Okay.
So as he sees
just
you...
like hailing us?
Yeah, as he sees you, he,
Hey!
just, he would wave you to that dock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we would direct towards it.
Okay.
Go to a completely different spot.
You pull up your dock, or your boat to the dock, and
Roll
he
windows up.
calls out to you. Hang on, I'm just flipping over real quick.
I don't know. I think he was trying to cast the spell on me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was just waving.
He goes, "Hi, how are you? Well, welcome to Switch.
Hello?
Hi.
How are you?
Hired.
Tired? Yeah.
Ah, that's fine. Go ahead and tie up your boat there.
Drop anchor and take some rope. That's on the boat. Boat rope.
Boat,
Said he's
rope.
human?
Oh.
Did you say?
He would be human, yeah.
I'll tie the boat down.
Okay.
Is that necessary?
As I start stepping off the boat, I go, I don't think we caught your name.
Oh, my name. Yeah, my name is Finn Broncott.
F-Y-N, F-I-N.
F-Y-N.
I really thought you said thin. Like T-H-I-N.
2 N's or 1?
In Finn.
Thin,
1. And what's
broadcut.
Broadcut?
Thin man.
Thin man.
Broncott. C-O-T-T.
Gotcha.
B-R...
B-R-A-W-N-C-O-T-T.
You choose these words that sound like other words.
Yeah, that's genuinely why, like, I... Whew.
You said
Broad
he's human?
cup. Got
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
Yes.
broadcut. Okay.
Brawn or brought?
It's brawn. Like
Brawn
brawny,
cut.
like the paper towels.
Yeah.
So
He's-
we've got.
I'm gonna call you Phil.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk to
Thin,
Tony?
broadcut.
How old is Finn?
Good day. My shadow.
How old does he look?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 20s, 30s, 40s, dead.
50s, 60s, 100.
That's just simply not right. I got it.
Is he like 7?
You know what? I'm just gonna...
He's 100.
No, I rolled 98.
Come here.
I was like, oh no, that simply can't be how
Yeah.
old this man is. Let me try again. 89.
Oh my god.
Get closer.
Tie up your boat.
He's middle aged.
Sure. That's fine.
It'll be fine.
Middle-aged human man.
What age? Sorry, middle-aged.
Yeah. Middle-aged human man.
Somewhere between 0 and 100.
Yeah.
Aged.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow human.
Human.
Hop off the boat.
Okay.
Step up to him.
Hi.
Good morning,
Well,
Morning.
friend. We're a bit hungry and thirsty.
Tired.
Sir, where'd y'all come
cranky.
Good place to grab food nearby.
from? Of course. Where are you coming in from?
Nenaxi to the north.
Ooh, that's a journey.
Hence the exhaustion.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, what brings you to Eswedge?
Selling things.
Things?
Yes. We're,
Okay.
as you could say, a group of people that perform services for those in need. We are selling our expertise.
Ooh, what do you do?
We hunt and kill things for money.
Oh, and you're gonna find a lot of work here.
Fantastic.
There's woods just right there. They're full of monsters.
These are the woods.
You're a very observant man, and I respect that endlessly. Please, for the love of God, where is the tavern? I am tired and hungry.
will eat you.
Monsters.
And please.
We'll say hello another time. We're so tired. Please.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure.
So let me tell you about
Yeah,
my wife.
it's
My wife.
he would give you the name. I'm just trying to get it.
Yeah,
pulled
you're
up
getting
now.
it to load. Yeah, that's totally fine.
I'm gonna throw this. Like, I don't have words for how angry this computer makes me
It's totally
Just throw
okay.
it.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeet.
Anything that this computer hit would be worth more than the computer.
Genuinely
So
true.
no.
Genuinely true. Yeah, if he's looking up the name, it's fine. Just point us in the direction.
Right over that way.
Thank you, Finn.
Thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna lay a very heavy hand on his shoulder.
Ooh, you're a strong one.
Just look him in the eyes.
Ooh.
You're a big one.
Thank you. I am. But please, next time, when I tell you that I am tired, Finn, simply give me the information I need.
Okay, yeah. You're going for the relieved barrel. Or the barrel relief. Sorry.
I swear to God.
Relieve himself.
I don't want anything to drink from there.
The relief barrel? Why not?
The relief barrel.
It's the relieved barrel inn.
Is it a bathroom?
Just
It's a
gonna.
barrel that's relieved. I don't
Sounds
know.
like a barrel you relieve.
Sounds like a barrel you piss in, DJ.
Sounds like a toilet.
It's my relief barrel.
What can I get you to drink?
That's canon now,
It's a 3 bed,
unfortunately.
1 relief barrel.
I'm Timmy Toilets. What can I get you?
Timmy toilets.
Urinals along the front of the bar.
There's no bathrooms in the last place. This place all
All
barrels.
that.
All bathrooms all the time.
The
Only
dichotomy
bathrooms.
in this land. Bathroom, no bathroom.
Really stark.
Nothing but bathrooms.
Man.
Town was made by people who didn't like the old policy.
Long journey, no shitters.
It was founded by the Poopitans.
Oh,
Oh,
God. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the shit tavern.
Yep.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
shit
the
in.
piss barrel in or whatever it's called.
Piss barrel in.
You walk in and you see there's
It's all porcelain.
Smells.
Give me a moment. I'm just gonna find the right name here.
Mm-hmm.
The relieved barrel you said it was called.
Mm-hmm.
The Relieved Barrel Inn. Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name's Bladder.
Oh.
Where's this name? That's gonna work. Fuck. Fuck it.
That's his name? Fuck.
Yep. Hi, I'm Fuck. No,
Yes, you are.
Lovely lemonade.
Where's the bed? I'm going
you
to kill
see
you.
a medium-built dwarven woman standing behind a counter. And as you walk in, you see she's got gray eyes that kind of like glitter in the light. They're very pretty. Her hair is very frizzy, as if she just stepped out of a sauna.
Does it have a color?
Yes, brown. Sorry.
Thank you.
Fizzy brown hair, just kind of like miss.
Now, are they gray eyes in
That's
terms of
Frizzle.
like that's
That's
their...
what I was thinking, and then I realized frizz, frizzle.
She's got gray eyes, DJ.
Yeah, it's like,
It took you 20
It sincerely did.
click for Miss Frizzle.
It sincerely did. Just now.
She's got frizzy brown hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Gray eyes.
It's gray as in like that's the color, not as in like she's blind.
Blind, yeah.
Yeah, that's the color, yeah.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure she like wasn't like
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
blind.
That's fair.
As we just
It's
slowly
completely white.
we just grab things and just put them into our pockets as we walk in.
Who's there?
You better stay out. Piss in my barrels.
Stay out of my barrels.
And as you walk in, she goes, "Hi, hi. Thanks for coming. Can I get you anything?
Yes, please, breakfast.
Okay. Yeah. What do you want to eat?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Yes,
Okay.
eggs and some kind of sausage or something, please.
Okay. Yeah. Eggs and sausage. You got it.
Bread as well, please. Thank you.
Bread.
Yes.
Just bread.
No, with eggs and sausage.
Oh, you want eggs and sausage as well?
Yes.
No, just bread.
Okay. You want just bread?
No, I want eggs and sausage.
I think
bread.
we'll all have the same thing.
Yes.
You can just bring out a platter of food.
egg, sausage, and 1 loaf of bread.
Just
Correct.
a lot, maybe more than a lot. Just a lot of food.
A lot of bread.
Coffee? Do you have coffee?
Yeah, I got coffee.
I would love a lot of coffee.
Yes.
I do like a lot of coffee.
I would like a lot of coffee.
Okay. So coffee, bread, eggs, and sausage. Got it.
Yes.
Yes.
She walks away, and
It was harder than it should have been.
Is there anyone else in here?
right now, maybe one person.
Break his neck out. He's pissing in a barrel.
Everything here sucks. We could own a tavern really quick.
Town.
We're just anybody want to own a tavern?
Yeah,
Fesgrim,
no.
what are you doing here?
I'll have a
No, I'm
I'll have
Fesgrim.
have a seat and just lay my head in my hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit next to you and just start rubbing my eyes.
Did we get a name for that lady?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
That's what I missed.
The Frizzler.
What does the tavern look like?
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. There would be pelts kind of pinned to the walls. You would see some that you immediately recognize, like, you know, wolf pelt, bear pelt, things like that. Others with patterning and colors that you don't really recognize. They don't look all that familiar. You see at least 1 or 2 carbuncle pelts that would be around, and you can identify those by the feathers, the plumage that's under their hair, under the fur. You would see it like hunting memorabilia, you know, different types of bows like pinned to the walls.
Yeah, axes, knives, things like that.
Trophy heads.
Cool.
Things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Very much like a hunting town.
Yeah, that's fair. Not going to be here long, please.
Please.
No intention of staying here long.
This town seems terrible.
Yes.
Soon she comes back with like a big platter, and you can see there's lots of egg, sausage, and bread, and like a couple big pots of coffee. She goes, "Okay, 25 copper.
I'll take it. I'll just take it out of my pouch.
Here you go.
Thank
I'll
you,
give her
Flint.
3. I'll give her 3 silver.
Oh, thank you.
Some plates as well, please, and silverware,
Oh, yeah, they're there.
woodware, copperware, whatever.
I figured you would need them to eat. I brought them.
Great,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
Sure, sure.
I can't see.
Should
We
wear your
are.
name tag.
We are new in town, ma'am. What is your name?
Oh, yes, you are new. Where'd you come in? No, I'm kidding.
Swear to God.
Sorry, God.
Kill you where you stand.
I will drown you with this coffee.
My name is Zothra. Zothra Littleborn. I was the runt.
Okay.
Littleborn.
Okay. Name sounds really familiar.
It does.
How old does she look?
Sounds
Oh,
like
Devothra.
Devothra.
I was thinking Mothra too.
How old does she look?
She probably 30s, 40s. And now she will actually. So, what brings you to Eswedge?
Breakfast.
We're here to hunt the demon that killed that scholar nearby.
Oh yeah, on the way to Kvago.
Did the scholar stop here?
They did.
Good.
Can you tell us anything about them?
They're all really rude.
The scholars, all
Yeah.
of them.
That checks out.
very
Indeed it does.
uppity.
Were they young, old?
Well, there were 4 of them.
Or was it 10?
Were they human?
Some, yeah. I think 2 of them were humans for sure. One was a dwarf, like me.
And the 4th?
What?
2
There was
were
2
human,
humans.
1 was a dwarf.
Oh, right, the 4th one.
There were 4 of them.
He was a human as well.
Fourth
Alright.
one was a demon.
Okay, 3 humans, 1 dwarf.
Yes.
Nope,
4 scholars.
Dwarf.
All men?
Yes.
And how old did you say they were?
Ranging from really young, like teenagers, up to old men. Well, not old men, but older men.
How long ago did they stop here?
About a week.
A week. And they were on their way to Cavego?
They stopped here for, yes, and then went to Quebec. Yeah,
Very good.
Which way did they leave town?
to the west.
Through the woods.
There's a path. We actually have I don't want to call it a road, but there's a path running from here to Quebec.
Very good. Did these scholars mention at all what they were studying? Or were they looking for anything in particular in this area or in Cavego itself?
Yeah, they were heading to Quebec. That's right. They were heading to Quebec. They studied religion, is what they said. I don't know if you know this, but all cities in Orvigo tend to worship a different deity or a god. In Quebec, they worship Joaquin, Phoenix.
Don't we all?
In which performance, though?
Walk the line.
Ooh,
I respect that.
that's a good one.
Wrong
you're-
kid died.
So you're saying they praise the man in black?
Right. Yes, they worship Joaquin in Quebec, and they were.
How do you spell it?
Waukeen.
Mm-hmm.
What do you worship here then?
Oh, this is a town. We don't really worship anything. We worship the hunt, I guess.
You don't worship the god of the hunt?
Oh, Millie?
Millie?
Like your cat?
I also worship Millie.
I don't want to say that that's like a town religion, but most of us here do follow that deity. Milil.
Millicent?
How do you spell?
Malilith.
Milil.
Mm-hmm.
Just right, Millie.
What about the Nenaxi? We were just there, but didn't hear much of any kind of religious following.
Oh,
Godless town if I've ever seen one.
I wouldn't disagree, but
yeah. Zifley, I know, had a hard time. He was an interesting man.
was, you said?
What?
What?
I'm sure if she knew him briefly, she would refer to him in the past tense.
Yeah, that's of course what I mean.
Absolutely what she means.
Don't know what you mean.
Is
Is, yes, sure. He is a weird man.
a very weird man.
Chico's a piece of shit.
I don't recall them ever worshipping a deity there.
Godless town.
Didn't think so.
That's odd.
I mean, there's no real room for scholarly work in Nenaxi, from what I could tell.
Yeah, we send things there to keep them alive, because then they send us things from other cities that we require. We don't...
Things like
Like what?
I mean, as you can see by our city, we're mostly hunters. We don't really have like a forge to make weapons or anything like that.
so they send you supplies.
Yeah.
So,
Tools, armor, and weapons then, yes?
Correct.
Yes, they were very known for their forges in Nenaxi.
I don't remember forges in Nenaxi. I've only been there a couple times, but...
Oh, they had many forges.
Oh,
Perhaps they were just in places you didn't see.
I guess.
Big ones.
Big forges?
Very big forges.
I feel like I would have seen them then.
You'll have to visit sometime.
Yes.
I was just there a few years ago.
A lot
Lots
can change
changed.
in a few years.
Oh, I guess that's true.
How much have you changed in a few years?
Really not much. I like hunting and drinking.
Okay.
You go hunting.
Sometimes.
Gesture at the pelts and things. Your trophies?
No. I hunt smaller things. These are all things that I've, the trophies that I've purchased from local hunters.
What small things do you hunt then, ma'am?
Squirrels, rabbits.
Is there a hunters guild in Eswich?
Not really a guild. Pretty much the whole town. There's not many of us here, but we all pretty much hunt.
Did you just die?
Oh, I don't know if you heard that pop or not. Oh.
You okay?
It's great for the
Yeah, I'm good. It just hurt real bad.
It's great for the podcast.
Can we get a oh in the chat?
I don't know if you heard that, but
Oh, my darling. It was like right at the very top of my thigh.
Mm-hmm.
And I like stretched my legs and it hurt.
Oh.
It hurt.
Like your hip.
And he
you
moaned
mean?
at least this loud.
At your hip?
Thank you, Siren, for the resub.
Mhm.
More in.
Oh. Yeah. Fair.
Anyway.
Yeah, so everybody in here hunts.
Yeah, we all pretty much hunt. I guess
Okay.
there are some that don't. They prefer to fish, but
I find it curious that a town full of hunters isn't able to hunt down this creature.
the demon? Shooting a deer is one thing. A demon's...
Well, do you know where it is? Are there hunters that have seen this? Followed up perhaps on the reports of the scholars?
Not that I know of.
No?
Shoot that demon.
As soon as they heard there was a demon, they steered clear. I can tell you roughly where it was.
Yes, that would be
Great.
very helpful.
Yeah, it's about 200 yards off the road. About a day's travel ahead.
Thank you.
Sure.
Do you have any landmarks or anything more specific? A day's travel varies based on length of people's legs.
At the tree.
There's a lot of goddamn trees, I'm gonna be honest.
I know, that's kind of a joke we have here.
We're very tired.
Are you? Where'd you come from?
Are we doing this again?
Angrily shovel eggs
to the
into my
ground.
mouth.
Zathra, I like point to like an empty spot in the wall and I go, you know what would look really good there?
What?
The head of a demon.
You would be the only collector of one in town, would you not?
I'm just saying if I were to give you a trophy that no other town could offer you, would you be willing to give a solid reward?
Oh, I mean, I'd give what I could.
Well, you've paid for pelts. Why
Yes.
not pay for another?
Those are a couple silver apiece. How much would you want for the demon head?
Depends on how large this demon is. We've not seen it.
Fair?
We can settle it when we return.
Okay. Sure.
Very well.
In the meantime, I know you all said you're very tired. Would you like a bed?
Yes. Please.
I'm very
God.
sorry we have no vacancy.
That's it, I'm gonna burn her.
No, of course, of course.
This is the worst.
I slowly pull out my deck of coins.
Every town.
You want to see a magic trick?
There's not been a good one.
Damn, sir.
Is there a library in this town?
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
I hate this place.
The library for Orvigo is over in Grotevag.
There's only one?
I mean,
A single library in all of Orvigo.
yeah.
No bookstores? No...
I mean, most people in Orvigo don't really read.
Why not?
They're busy
Nobody has
working.
eyes!
They're all blind. They're busy working the docks or hunting or just doing labor. They don't really have that much time to... We give our children a very
What kind
foundational level of education.
What the fuck kind of life is this?
How much for a
This is a
room?
place for criminals. This is
It's
a place
gonna
for
be
criminals.
a copper a night.
A place for
I'm gonna
criminals.
give her a copper.
They work all day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are criminals.
Yeah, I'll also give a copper.
All right. Yes, everyone, throw your change at me.
I'm gonna give her a gold.
Swear to God.
We sharing a room?
A gold.
A gold.
Yeah.
Oh, sir.
Just see to it
This
that
is
we're
for the
taken care
room,
of.
right?
Hmm?
This is for the room.
And whatever's left over is for you. Just see to it that we're taken care
You could-
of while we're here.
Sure, you got it. And you
Get,
see her
wrapping
like
late in the night.
put the gold in her pocket.
Hey!
You see her.
Take care of you.
You see her put the gold. You see her put the gold in her pocket. Like look at her pocket, look back at you, take it out and look at the gold again, and just kind of turn it over and just.
Oh wait, you know what? Fuck it. She's into that kind of thing too. I'm gonna give her one of my wolf feathers.
Oh, that's very nice.
It's for your wolf.
Thank you. And she just tosses it in like a cup on her counter.
I just break my fucking fork in half.
Bedtime.
I'm gonna walk to wherever there are keys and grab a key.
You need a key.
I have a key.
Oh, you already got it. Great.
A key.
He has very long arms.
I once knew. No.
Self.
Okay. You all need keys. Here you go.
I'm walking upstairs.
I'm going with Olaf.
There you go. Have a good night.
You as well.
It's the middle of the day.
See you tomorrow.
Goodbye. And y'all want to take another long rest?
Mm-hmm.
Technically, we can't. Can we?
Technically, you can't because it's one every 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just don't get the benefits. I'm
just
going
gonna
to sleep.
sit and
Yeah.
stare at the ceiling.
Right.
and
You
then-
We can sleep again.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Can absolutely sleep again.
We haven't used any spells or anything.
Correct.
So that's
No.
not really.
Yes.
Mechanically, you can't.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thematically,
Yeah.
you
Yes.
can.
I'm
Dawn the next day, I would like to set out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Is Crom gonna knock on the door late at night?
Come to repay.
Crown, are you gonna knock on the door late tonight?
No, is she
Am
gonna
I
knock
gonna
on?
knock
Is
on
she
the-
gonna knock
Hey,
on?
hey, hey.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
paid
he
good
gave her a
money.
gold and was like, take care of us while you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, I
She
see.
like rocks you to sleep like a baby. Tucks you in.
She comes into my room. She holds me like this and goes, "You're worth something."
Oh, take my gold! Take my gold!
It's great service, thank you.
So the next morning,
I'm gonna spend a lot of time writing,
Mm-hmm.
I like
I'm
it.
gonna spend a lot of time sleeping.
working on my maps.
Mm-hmm.
Bright and early, dawn next morning.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are.
Can people in Orvigo read?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Can they?
Yeah.
Where would they learn?
What do you mean?
Not in a book.
They don't go to school, clearly.
Well, like she said, they give them a foundational level of knowledge. So that would be reading.
What do they practice with?
Writing.
This year's
arithmetic.
writing.
Reading, writing, arithmetic.
It's not like there's no books throughout Orvigo.
There's
Like
no
they
libraries.
have books, but they don't necessarily read and study. Like they learn how to read because you have to know how to read, but they don't.
But you don't have to.
That's true. You don't have to know how to read. That's fair.
Flynn, I'm gonna go kill the demon now.
Yep. Let's just go do that.
On the road again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you got about a day's travel ahead of you
Yep.
before you're at where was identified where he is.
Correct.
So you guys set out nice and early the next morning, making your way through the forests on a very rough path.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see. Also, Lady was asleep. You don't have to deal with her.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Bright and early, man. She's not up yet. As you start to pass out of this town, you can see that really from the river, you were able to see majority of the town. It's not very big. It's a very small section of houses, just cut among the trees here.
Do we want,
Sure. So maybe a couple hundred people.
If that,
Okay.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
very, very small.
Do we
Yeah,
want to
this-
take our ship with us?
Yeah, we would have packed that up.
Yeah.
As we're setting off down this path, I'm gonna find a decent sized tree and I'm gonna smudge it and put my symbol and the letters on there.
What symbol?
The hand.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
I'm also, while we're walking, taking as many notes as I can for this map. as
Okay.
well.
About how far you're walking, stuff like that. Okay. So as you're walking along, you see the path. Like I was, it's very rough. It doesn't necessarily look like it's been beaten in by foot. It looks more as if it was kind of put there by people walking around trees. Like it isn't like someone cut a path from here to there. It was like they had to weave in and out of the trees. In the center, you can see clear, defined wheel marks and ruts from where carriages and carts have been going. Going and coming and going. Yeah, you begin your travels. I'll say you're able to go at least 6 hours of traveling with nothing really notable happening. If there's anything you guys would like to do in that 6 hours.
I want to look around for some wildlife.
Okay. Yeah, you would see different like small game, rabbits, squirrels, stuff like that, kind of bouncing around, birds. Nothing really threatening, or I'll say threatening or large.
Very good. We're gonna need some rations.
Okay. Anybody else?
Did we bring rations?
I absolutely have rations.
Yeah, I will also eat a ration and give a little bit of the meat to my bug. I'll uncover him and you can see
I
the
have
wildlife.
no rations.
I have rations that I can give you. I also have like wolf jerky still.
How's he holding up, Stock?
Seems fine? Question mark. Does he see the bug? Does he seem good? Seems like he likes these rations.
He's doing good. Yeah, he's still shining a white light from his thorax.
It's quite the fire.
That's what
I
that
think
part.
that's
okay.
correct.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Yeah, no, I'll give him a little shake and
The lights
he
go
looks
down
good.
a section.
He looks
as
great.
gets
He
hungrier.
looks great.
He's on low battery. No.
Charge him!
He looks great.
Yeah, I'll leave him uncovered and slip him back in my like little leather strap thing.
All right. So for like I said, first 6 hours, you guys are good. Nothing really notable.
Yeah, we're about
happens.
midday. We break briefly to eat and then continue. Or would attempt to continue.
So now you'd be on your second leg of the 4-leg journey. Give me a moment. My leg.
Did Zolgafar ever give us any like insight as to like their weaknesses or anything
Or
like
their
how to-
behaviors.
Nope.
He just said
So
they're
he was an
mean.
asshole, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
That's all you need to know.
His name is Glabrezu.
Xanos.
No, the Xanos was the one that
Oh,
Zolgafar
It
he
was
knew.
the
Yeah.
name of the one.
Right.
Glabrezu is the thing itself.
Right. It's got 4 arms.
and
Two
pinchers.
sets of them.
2 of them have pincers.
Yeah.
That's right.
And big old mean pinchy boy.
Pinchy man.
The other 2 are hands.
So you guys are walking along. Multi-beautiful colored trees. It's a very variety-filled place. All the trees, the bark is like a different color. Again, you can see like the dark blue with like yellow inlays into bark, stuff like that. It's very, very pretty place. The path ahead, you can see a fair ways away ahead of you. The tree cover begins to like thicken and become more dense. You can see now, whereas before you had like a clear sight above you to the sky above, now the branches are starting to touch one another and create like a proper canopy over canopy over where they're going.
As we're walking through, I kind of want to just keep my eyes peeled on the ground, like making sure that there's no like big pile of leaves or anything that might look like it trapped into a lair.
Okay. Where would you be walking? Like first, last?
I don't mind leading.
Okay. And you're looking at the ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone else? We'll do marching order real quick.
I would go behind Minerva.
Okay.
I'll probably bring up the rear since I'm working on this map.
Yeah, I'll be in front of Chessa.
Okay.
I would be near the back.
And you're third.
Yeah.
If we start to see signs that I have any reason to think we're getting near where we should be, I would probably climb up in a tree.
That's fair.
Yeah. I would be keeping an eye out for any sort of animals and such in the area. Just to make sure that we're not going to get attacked by a wolf or anything.
Gotcha. Okay. So as you're walking along, you continue down the path as the tree cover becomes thicker and thicker, and you look up and you can see where the branches meet. It's like a kaleidoscope of color where they hit one another. So you'll have like a tree over here that's green bark meet a blue tree over here, and it creates a very pleasant effect, almost like you're walking under a rainbow. As you're walking along in front of the party, sure won't. You see, you're looking at the ground.
Right.
You feel just a brush of wind past the right side of your body. Everyone else would see through the branches a tendril fly from the branches down, swipe at Minerva, missing, and then retracting back up into the branch cover.
Hold on, my map.
We were told about these
Right.
stranglers.
Right. Don't
I
like
recommend-
stragglers.
I recommend that we walk low to the ground and go prone.
Okay.
And I will look upward as I put one hand on Minerva's back, and I'll pull out Zifley's, or no, instead of Zifley's, because I would want one hand on you. I'll pull out my battle axe. You do ground, I'll do sky.
Very well. And I guess I'll grab my scimitar and just kind of like army crawl, like patting out the ground in front of me to make sure that like the ground feels solid.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself.
Okay. So, Chell, you're going prone as you're crawling along?
I mean, I'm gonna just be low to the ground, hunching. I don't
okay.
want to like full crawl because we'll move at like a snail's pace.
Okay, yeah, then I'll just kind of like crouch down.
Like
Keep
turning
low.
into a
Crouch,
snail would
yes.
be a bad
Gotcha.
idea. Yeah,
Okay.
like
So don't scuttle like a crab.
yeah.
Okay.
Go like a jackal.
So, the first tendril comes down and swipes at your body, right? It misses terribly.
Right.
Another one, second one comes down again. I'll say it snaps like right above your head, missing. You hear it like crack like a whip.
Yeah, I want to slash at it with my battle axe when it's like slides down at her.
In a moment, you're good. It didn't hit you, but the third one comes down, same thing, swipes past it, misses. Fourth one, you see first the tendril come down pretty far in front of you, not even remotely close. And you hear like you know the sound of something stuck to a wall as it like peels
Peels off.
away?
Yeah, like adhesives.
You see this thing.
He unvelcros from the
It
wall.
looks almost like a branch, except on the knobs that come out from the branches, you see there's like tendrils that are already protruding out from it.
Right.
You see it begin dropping to the ground. How many d6 per 10 feet? 3d6 per 10 feet?
No, 1d6 per 10 feet for falling damage. 1d6 per 10 feet.
3d6 is a lot.
Gravity is just
Yeah.
a terrible thing here.
All right, it falls to the ground very badly. Like you see it land very awkwardly and just like fold hard as it hits the ground. And it takes some damage. And it's now just prone on the ground in front of you.
And like within 10-ish feet of us.
Yeah, I want to stab it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean around her and I'm gonna fucking cut this thing.
Yep. And then we'll roll initiative on him. That'll be our...
$14 for me.
Okay.
$13.
John?
5.
Crumb,
4.
Cho,
12.
and Stalk.
20.
Nice. Okay. He rolled very poorly.
Same.
Yeah, so Stalk, you're going to lead us off.
Cool. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna run up and try to stab him.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit him.
Actually, you said this guy, it looks like a twig.
Yeah. It's definitely a monstrosity.
Oh, okay. Well, I would know that. Oh, it doesn't matter. Never mind. That is my chosen enemy, but that would help me track him. Or
Gotcha.
other stuff.
Okay, not for like attacks on him?
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna get close and use my teacup then.
Nice. I like it. Okay.
So I'll take a sip out of that teacup and try to blow fire at him.
I forgot what the teacup did first.
Yeah. So it makes a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 12.
That's not it. It was a 15.
Nice.
For 3 fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you see Stalk kind of lean out from behind everybody and take a sip from the teacup, and just a cone of fire just collides into this thing. Actually, it's prone. So it would just automatically fail the dex save anyway, right?
No.
Oh,
It would
fair enough.
Just be disadvantaged, right?
Prone is just that you have to use your movement to get up. It's
Mhm.
not
Prone
And you
as a
get
condition means that melee attacks within 5 feet of you have advantage. Ranged attacks outside of 5 feet of you have disadvantage. It's half your movement speed to get up, and it's nothing with dex saves.
Okay. Yeah, so you hit it with flame. Next, we're going to go to Flint.
Yeah, my Eldritch Blast it. So that's disadvantage. Yeah. 2. That's an 11.
An 11?
Yep.
An 11 will not hit.
Okie doke.
So your Eldritch Blast, you fire it forward from your hand, and you watch the purple energy just kind of like course through the air and collide into the ground right next to it, sending dirt and debris and dust up into the air. Then we go to Chessa.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna hit it with a Magic Missile.
Alrighty.
Well, 3 of them technically. So that's 2, 4, 2. So 8 points of force damage.
Nice. Okay.
+1 per missile.
Oh, so
11.
11 points of force damage.
It's much more. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so your magic missiles fly through the air, and one after another just collide into the body of this gross roper thing. And then we go to Minerva.
So I still have my scimitar out. I'm going to attack it with my scimitar, and I'm also going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
That's going to be a 13.
13. So you slash forward with your scimitar. You rolled with advantage,
It's
right?
prone. You have
Oh.
It's
advantage.
prone.
Nat 20.
Dig for the crit. Smite it.
Also would like to smite it, yeah.
Okay, because you...
Forget the Hunter's Mark. I want to smite him.
Oh no, you still have Hunter's Mark
Right.
on it.
Yeah?
You're gonna get more damage from the Hunter's
I know,
Mark.
I can do both, yeah.
Doing
Alright.
Divine Smite
Fuck
does
it.
not take any of your action cost.
Alright. There you
Okay.
go.
You're going to Divine Smite it?
Yep.
Alright, roll your damage on him.
Alright, so this is my first time casting Divine or
It's 2d8. You exert 1 spell level. So with us with the crit rules, you're getting the full 16. You're rolling the 2d8.
okay. So it's 16 plus 15 or why am I not good at math right now? 15.
Okay, so 31.
Holy
Right.
shit.
You roll your scimitar.
Yeah, your scimitar weapon damage, you cap that and then roll it as well.
9
What damage die was the scimitar?
d6.
So you rolled 9.
Right.
Okay.
And then it's
So
Plus-
that's
Plus
15 total
Right.
because it's 9 plus the 5, so you're
Plus
at 46. And then you cap the hunter's mark, which is 6, and then you roll the hunter's mark. So you're at 51.
Jeez.
It's a 6.
So you're at 57.
So you cap all 3 of those?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then she capped her dice.
And I kept my dice. So.
Describe how you kill it.
So it's laying prone, and I was kind of crouching over. It drops in front of me, and I just drive my my scimitar into it and just drag it down its spine.
It's very dead. I mean, super dead.
Good. Fuck this thing for trying to attack me. That'll teach it.
Good lord.
Turn back to the party and go, moving on. Just continue. Keep walking.
My goodness.
Is she
What
okay?
This is a hard question, Crom. Are any of us?
No. No, we are not.
You're able to do your next 6 hours. Nothing of note happens. So now it's getting to be about
Like 7, 8
evening.
p.m.
Right. Which you were told it's about a day's travel. So you're getting pretty close. Would you like to stop and rest for the night? Continue through the night?
Nah, let's keep going.
I don't know if that's a good idea as we're trying to encounter
Demon.
a possible demon.
I don't think we don't want to fight a demon in the dark.
Most of you are unprepared for traversing the wilderness, so I wouldn't suggest doing it at night.
Alright.
Sleep under the trees.
We can set up watch.
Sure.
I have no problem staying awake. I'm like running off the high. Like,
Just killed a thing 6 hours ago.
gotta get my fix. Gotta kill something.
Yeah,
Wreck
that's
that
fine.
thing.
Take a long rest.
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and put out my bedroll and set up a bonfire for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll put down my bedroll.
I'm a scribble on a tree.
I'll volunteer for the first watch from a tree.
Very good.
How do I never have
Yeah,
a bedroll?
I'll put my bedroll down and then put my 4 luxury pillows on top.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I love it.
Flint, one of the pillows, please.
Of course, I was just going to offer.
You were.
I legitimately, like, I had turned to. Okay.
You were.
Uh huh.
I'll eat you.
I sleep now.
Right. Yeah, you guys take your long rest.
Maru.
Stalk, I'll say, throughout the night, you'll see here and there little flashes of light amongst the trees. Nothing like what happened before where they, swarmed. But you see those little flies here and there, blinking different colors.
Are we taking shifts?
Yeah, I'll do the second shift. That's fine.
Ooh.
Are there any close? How far is the nearest blinking light?
Need a friend.
Yeah, there's one just nearby. We'll say within like 10 feet.
I want to try to catch one.
Okay. Yeah, make a...
I'll even give it to you and say it probably would make me neglect my watch.
That's fair. Make
Is it sleight of
a,
hand, or-
I guess a attack roll. That sounds odd.
Just a,
Yeah, I was gonna say-
a dexterity check.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Sure. 21.
Yeah, you're gonna catch it all right. You definitely catch it into the... You want it in the same jar or separate jar?
I would try and catch it in a separate jar, but I'm gonna put it into the same jar.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, you definitely reach out and just...
The boys flash and blinky.
Yeah.
You got another one now.
I'll give that one a little bit of ration and leave it separate for now next to it. But I'll make a second little biome. I'll find a twig and a leaf. give him his home.
I like it. All right. And,
You have the big saucer eyes when you...
Yeah, no, absolutely. So say, ears back. Watch neglected until my task is done.
Make like the chirpy, like...
It's great.
Oh no, he's gonna sneeze again.
no.
Not this time.
Mm-hmm.
So you had next watch, right? Okay. Next watch, nothing really notable happens either. I'll say, same thing. You see some of the bright twinkling lights in the trees, but nothing really notable happens. So you all finish your long rest.
Mm-hmm.
You're all good.
Mm-hmm.
It's bright and early next morning. You see the sun once again rising through treetops to your left. No, to your
Breakfast.
backs. They'd be rising to your back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's breakfast time.
Yeah.
The water's dancing.
Very good. Hand you back the pillow and do a little dance.
Good morning, Olaf.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
In the woods.
Thank you, Flint.
The demon woods.
We didn't bring any coffee.
Just going to devour a ration real quick.
Same.
To the demon.
To the demon.
Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
To the demon.
Yes,
To
I'm,
the demon.
I'm toasting
Toasting,
the
exactly,
demon.
precisely.
Exactly. To the demon.
To the demon.
It's a
To
great.
the demon?
May your
For the demon?
bounty be,
Demon-esque.
Bountiful.
yes, like a very hefty paper towel or something.
Brownie?
Did anyone bring any coffee?
I did not.
No.
I didn't think about that.
I'm gonna root around in like a tree trunk. Pull out a handful. Hold it to your hand. It's just as good as coffee, I swear. I'm gonna drop a grub in your hand.
Kron?
You don't have to eat it.
You gonna finish that?
Can we like toast them or something?
Is there some property to this?
No, you're just holding a grub.
Don't eat it. Just hold it. It's the same as drinking coffee.
Wasn't sure how much of a surprise it would have on you.
Oh.
Put it down.
I will pick it up. And it's going right in one of those jars. I want to see what they do to it.
It's grub time.
They are carnivorous.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also want to put them next to each other and see what they do.
Oh,
Make
like
it
beta
kiss.
fish.
Yeah, like are they can they live together?
Mm-hmm.
They start puffing their wings out.
It's like beta fish where they
Both just glow
absolutely
red
cannot.
immediately.
Are you just gonna
Yeah,
put
that's
six
why-
in there
that's
and let them
why-
like mock us?
That's why they're red. They just fucking hate each other so much.
Mm-hmm.
They're not attacking, they're running away from one another just
Yeah.
violently as hell.
Let me out.
Why do we all move in the same direction?
In the meantime, something a little odd about the trading routes in Orvigo.
Yeah, what does Nenaxi?
Nenaxi is very
Do.
far north.
Why are they the
To be a
epicenter
central
of the?
hub.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem smart to have to go upstream.
Do they have a product
Go
that they're
downstream.
known for?
I don't think so. Just shipping.
Distribution.
Yeah.
All right.
Fish. But they don't ship any out. They just eat it.
Distribution.
Fish distribution.
Distribution.
You would think that perhaps
Love it.
right here
I
would
hate
be
it.
a more viable spot. Unless this has more to do with the trading of bodies, specifically those that come down from Roxy
Quite possibly.
almost directly into the city.
Maybe.
Can assume a fair amount of goods that they get could also come from the bodies coming over the falls.
It's fair.
All right. Onward.
As we're having that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
I picked up a grub off the ground and I want to put it into one of the jars with one. I guess the older one.
Okay.
And I want to put the jars next to each other and see if they interact
Ooh.
at all before I put them into the same jar.
That's fair. Yeah, you would see them as you put the jars next to one another. You would see them kind of like begin flying close to the glass on the inside, kind of like circling around one another, not like perfectly like this, but just kind of flying around, like gauging each other. You see the lights are blinking. At this point, they would be the newer one would definitely be blinking green. The older one would still be blinking like a nice white.
Okay. Does it do anything to the grub? Does it like try to eat the grub? Does
Yeah.
it not? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay.
gonna try to eat that grub. Absolutely.
Great. Yeah, I guess I'll leave them separate for now, but I'll look for another grub to give to the new one.
Okay. All right. And at this point, you guys would know that you're pretty close to what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 100 yards off the path.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say probably to the north.
Sure. Stalk, you're better equipped to lead now.
Sure. Yeah, I will. Well, we're not looking for something from the trees, right? And the demon is not a monstrosity, so I would not actually be great at hunting it. But I can look for general tracks, so I'll stay on the ground for this one.
Okay.
And I'll try to find any general tracks or markings that I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make a survival check.
That is going to be a 9, but I think because we're in my favored terrain, I get an extra bonus. So that'll be a 17.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice. Yeah, you would see a fair amount of footprints along the path here. All of them running parallel with the path itself. You look around for some time as you travel along the path a little bit more, and soon you find that there's clearly a spot where there are now footsteps running perpendicular. Which, as far as you've seen on this path, that's abnormal. That's not this, all the footsteps for the most part are running along the road either to or from. In this one spot, they're running to the north.
Okay. I would point that out.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent work, Stalk.
Give a nod.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll gesture in that way. Should we follow them?
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
Keep your eyes peeled for traps.
Yeah, I'll try to keep my eyes out for anything, really. Traps,
Okay.
different markings.
Yeah,
A hole in the ground with a demon in it.
Yeah, yep, a demon in the ground.
not many steps ahead past the tree line into the woods.
You'll float down.
You would see the trees kind of thin out a bit to where there's now like a clear tree straight ahead of you in the center of where you're going to be walking.
Mm-hmm.
And you see on that tree there's a note that's been nailed to it. And you get closer and you see the note reads, "Demon ahead, be careful."
Beware, demon.
I will point to the note.
Ah,
Caution.
Good.
can't keep me out. I can't read. Let's go.
Very good. I guess around the tree then.
Yep.
It just got its back against the tree. It's like that.
Boo.
I fell for the sign again.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
Is there
pull
any
out-
picture of the demon? It just says warning demon. Okay.
Love the demon.
Yeah, XOXO demon.
Pull out my news Hinder.
Okay.
Start walking.
Yeah, same. I pull my morning star out.
Yeah, you walk along for some time.
I'm gonna slap a handprint on that tree as we're walking by.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk next to Olaf and just hum softly.
I like it. Soon you see the trees begin to thin out more. Enough so to where ahead of you, about, we'll say 50 yards ahead of you now, you see what looks like a hole in the ground. It's, from where you're standing, you see the clear other side of the hole. So it's, you see from this vantage point, it's ledge.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you would expect a hole in the ground to be round, this one you can see has clear, sharp 90-degree edges on it.
How big is it?
As you approach closer, it's upside down. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
From your vantage point, it's about 20 feet wide, the hole.
Fantastic.
You said it's a perfect square?
Mm-hmm.
If we start to approach it, are there like stairs or anything like leading down in the hole, or is it just like a straight drop?
From what you can see, it's a straight drop.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I want to get closer and check it out.
Okay. How close would you like to get?
Oh, probably within like maybe 15 feet.
Enough to look over the edge, or
Enough to kind of just like get a better view of it without like standing at the edge looking down.
Okay. Yeah. Would be from here. So you walk up ahead of you down into the hole from this vantage point. You would be able to see more you would see closer to the ground. You're able to see where the wall meets the ground itself.
Okay.
You see it's not just a dirt wall, that it looks to be a stone wall. To the right of the wall, on the rightmost side, you see what looks to be a passage kind of continuing deeper into the earth from there. It's level, so it's not going deep, but leading further away from you.
Is there anything I hear? Like, do I hear any movement or anything?
Yeah,
like
you
that?
would definitely hear something walking around, for sure.
Like close by, like probably right in that drop.
Yeah.
Okay. I turn back to the group and go, I think we're friends down here.
How deep did you say it was?
You said it was what, like 20 feet deep?
It's 20 feet from end to end.
Oh, okay.
Deep-wise, like how far of a drop it is, it would be, let me just double check. Okay. 30 feet.
Okay.
A 30-foot drop.
Yeah, I would relay that.
Okay.
You want to try to climb down then?
I mean, we do have the higher ground. Perhaps maybe we'll take care of our friend before we descend.
It's a good idea.
Does it look well covered? Like one would accidentally fall into it?
Not currently. On the ground, you would see the remnants of like sticks and leaves and just general ground debris littering the floor of it closer to the northernmost side of the wall.
Cool. I'm gonna activate Giant's Might. I'm large.
Okay.
Would you like to be bigger?
I mean, yeah.
I'll cast enlarge as well.
I'm huge.
Olaf, though he's not huge.
Sure are, John.
I'm absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys watch as Olaf like grows in size one stage.
Groloff?
Groloff.
And then I'm gonna activate my 2 runes, my Storm and my Frost rune. And I'm just gonna hold my Zweihander, and I'm gonna walk right to the edge of it. I'm gonna look down, right at the edge.
Fair. Anybody else walking up?
Yeah, I mean, if he's gigantic,
Yeah,
I have
for sure.
nothing to risk. Yeah, let's go.
Bless you.
I just look up to Olaf. Do you want me to enhance this? Alright, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and make some sound effects and boom my voice. Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Fair.
Thank you for alerting it that I'm right here.
Sorry.
As you walk up and you look
I mean,
Yeah,
down into
I'm definitely visible. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
you look down into the hole as you get up to the edge. And you see ahead of you, down in the hole, just darkness. And
Like imperceivable darkness, just in terms of with dark vision. Cool.
I'll grab. Are there any rocks on the ground?
yeah, there'd be rocks.
Grab a rock, cast light.
Okay. How is everyone standing? Because you all walk up on the same side
Both feet.
together?
I mean, me as a huge man
Oh my
would
hands.
occupy most of a side.
How much space would you occupy? Huge is
15.
Okay.
Because large is 2x2, huge is 3x3, so
Yeah,
15.
Okay.
That means one person could be on the same side as me.
Yeah, I'll go on the side of him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll circle around.
All right. And then everyone else would circle around to the other side?
Yep.
Fair.
Does her stone with light illuminate anything?
As it hits the darkness, it would just pass right through. You wouldn't see it continue lighting, though. It would extinguish as it hit the darkness. Everyone who's not Minerva and Olaf, make wisdom saving throws. That's what I was looking for.
That's good.
Oh my god. That's a 1.
17.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Okay.
Big brain.
Yeah, that was the right one. So, Flint.
Uh-huh.
That's fair.
I'll utilize my storm room. I'll give him advantage. I
Okay.
utilize my reaction when somebody else around me has to make a saving throw or an attack roll. I can give him advantage.
Okay.
Do you want a 17 for that?
Sure.
She has portent dice.
Oh,
You roll a 17.
okay.
I will not utilize my storm room then, obviously.
Fair.
So 18.
18. Good.
Well, I have to do it before the roll.
Oh,
I can't use it after the dice hits the table.
for him?
I can't replace a dice roll after it's been rolled.
I don't know if you can do that with this then. I don't know. I mean,
That's yeah.
I mean, if
That would
you're
be for
giving
the
him advantage
yeah.
and he's going to roll a second die, this other die.
So
doesn't
if you
get
didn't
I
give
don't
him
but it would
advantage-
still like.
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to just roll it, I'll keep the...
Well, what I'll do. So the result that came up is, we'll just say it rolled standard.
What?
Nothing happens. You're fine.
So did I use... Did the
So-
runes get... What got used?
So
That's
for him to have your opportunity to use the 17,
Yeah, it would be declared before any rolls
Yeah.
would be made.
Okay.
I'm
Is-
giving him
the storm room,
advantage
so that
when
way
he
has
is
advantage.
making the saving throw.
Right.
So-
So then the first roll is negated by the advantage, whichever is higher then. And then that's when Chess would be able to give you the 17, is after you got advantage from that. Do you see what
Yeah.
I mean?
So in the order that it happened.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
Okay.
Your second roll then succeeds, you're good, nothing
Okay.
happens. Now for Stalk. As you're standing looking into the darkness, the prospect of there being a square hole in the middle of the woods with just a pit of darkness in the middle of it is very confusing and doesn't really make sense. And you stand there kind of like transfixed with what's happening below, and you're not able to move or take actions this turn, which is fine because combat hasn't started yet.
Mhm.
Everyone else, you just see a pit of darkness, and from within that darkness, you hear. Never gonna end there tonight.
Ooh.
Very good. Well, friends, thank you very much for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We will be back next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of this. And next week we'll be streaming Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the City of Oshlomp and the Lost Kings of Adoris. If you're new here, make sure you follow so you can find us again. You can also check out our website, notgreatrpg.com, to find out all the important things about us and look up our podcast, our YouTube channel, text recaps for the campaigns that you've missed, coupon codes for a bunch of different tabletop companies, and more fun stuff on there. So thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, friends.
Goodbye.